Colliters Brook Farm is a 12-bedroom B&B in Somerset with various outbuildings, owned and run by Richard Tucker and his family.
We can't afford extra staff, so it's just the family, myself, my son Aaron and my daughter Abby. Whoa, 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 whoa.
3 years after moving to the farm, Richard and his family put the wheels in motion to create a luxury B&B. Their plan was to live in the farmhouse, but turn the derelict barns into upmarket bedrooms.
Several years ago, this was a full-on building site. 9 months build, we'd have 17 ensuite rooms.
When I first met Richard in 2017, he had secured a substantial loan from the bank. But then he received some devastating news.
The council wanted to build a new road, and that new road was going to run right through his land.
The decision was reached by the bank. They advised us to stop work immediately to allow the destination of this ring road and roundabout to be confirmed by the council.
Work on the barn was halted, and Richard was left waiting in limbo for a year. There seemed to be only one option to bring in some much-needed income.
And that is when we commenced the B&B in the house to financially survive this period.
Colliters Brook Farm.
The road was eventually rerouted away from the farm, but the bank loan still had to be repaid, leaving Richard with massive debts and an unfinished barn.
When I was here last year, he didn't have enough money to restart the works, and the upheaval of getting his house ready to let the rooms meant that the burden hadn't only been financial.
I was with my wife for almost 30 years, and as a result, this was the final nail in the coffin of a relationship, very sad. So it's broken a marriage. The more tenacious you are, the more you suffer. It's like a prison sentence. I've worked on Christmas Day, I told you that, didn't I? The kids went off to see their extended families and I had a digger and a dumper here cheap because it was Christmas. Who would bloody work on their own on Christmas Day? That is just mental. If you knew how tough it was, would you have put your family through it? And I definitely wouldn't have done. That's probably the bottom line answer to that. Wowee. Yeah.
That was when I first joined the story. I couldn't wave a magic wand and erase the debt, but could I help get Richard's business turning enough of a profit to pay it off quicker? So in the future, he could get back to the grand vision, moving the B&B into the barns.
Richard!
Oh my God.
Very nice to meet you.
Oh, welcome to the building site. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
It's very nice arriving here. It's a beautiful
Looks are
building.
deceiving, looks are deceiving.
Are they?
Afraid so. It's quite complicated, our background.
Yes.
Our main plan A is never materialised.
So you stopped the build,
Yep.
but you'd already borrowed the money.
Yep, about 280,000 quid.
Right.
And at that point, they became fairly aggressive and wanted the money back.
Show me what you've done.
Oh, you're gonna like have a field day.
All right, show me what plan B is.
First stop is a permanent marquee, Richard's attempt to diversify and create a wedding venue after all the building problems.
This is amazing. All marquees are not created equal, and this is a good one. So how many weddings have you got booked for this year?
Only 12. We've done
Right.
27 events last year, and it was just too much. Weddings are a big pressure. We want
I know.
everything to be perfect.
I know.
And we're looking to use it more for daytimes. We've thought of everything from soft play for kids and wakes from the local crematorium and various other
I mean, of
countryside.
course I want to help with this, but I've got to keep in mind that I'm the hotel inspector. I've got to try and increase your room occupancy too. Everything is absolutely immaculate. You could teach many of my hoteliers a thing or two.
But that doesn't stop the business from appearing as a rather confused setup, and it's certainly not making enough money.
OK, tell me about this now.
This building forms part of the development. So that building represents 6 potential future rooms which we've got development permission for. But in the meantime, we fitted it out in a medievally type format.
Why?
Well, it kind of lends itself to it. Yeah, I think it's a lovely, pretty building.
It's a lovely room. I'm just struggling somewhat to make sense of as a kind of business hanging together.
We're very splintered in what we've done, everything from medieval barns to marquees, but we're reacting to yield every single few pence out of what we've got here.
At least the B&B part of Richard's business should be something familiar and straightforward for me to deal with.
This has to rank as one of the ugliest rooms I've ever seen. This red. I mean, this is a man who does not have an eye for colour. Ugh, I find this so dispiriting. The bedrooms wait. Well, never thought I'd say this, but what the hell is wrong with good old Magnolia? This combination of the red carpet and the mauve walls is really disturbing. I can only assume that he took inspiration from the combination found in this disgusting picture here. Bags stay in the brown room. Why would you have a poo brown feature wall? It's just irredeemably ugly. Bathroom. How do you pick a bit to fix when there is so much wrong?
In March 2017, I came to Colliters Brook B&B near Bristol to see if I could help owner Richard find a way to increase his income and pay off crippling debts as quickly as possible.
Oh, my God.
I'd had a snoop around the outside areas in the B&B when, at the top of the house, I discovered the attic.
Well, this is clearly Richard's room. He's crammed his life's possessions up here. Everything's been displaced to try and make way for this debt. But it must be very odd having brought up a family in this whole farmhouse, and now he just has this. His life is clearly not what it was.
I need to help Richard to maximise his profits, and improving his current B&B offering will help as it'll allow him to start charging more for his rooms. But I need to think about other parts of the business too. The quicker Richard can pay off his debts, the better for all the family, including his children, Abby and Aaron.
Your dad seems like a powerhouse. What's it been like the last 8 years?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, ups and downs.
And he doesn't stop. It is amazing that he's just conquered through and just got on with it.
Where do you think that
Yeah.
I would be most useful?
So it'd be nice to try and shift the load from the weekends and kind of get a balance through the week.
I kind of need to formulate a kind of year plan, maybe, of how to fill it up at various points during the year.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Can.
Do you
But we-
worry about him?
Yeah. You can tell when he's stressed out, but he kind of has to keep it hidden best he can.
Yeah. OK.
Time to confront Richard with a few home truths.
It sounds like it's been a pretty ghastly 8 years for you.
Yeah, it has. I keep saying next week, next year, we're going to sort this, and it's just gone on.
There's some amazing things that you've done. The problem that I really have is to work out how we make the narrative work between the different aspects of your business so that they all feed into each other and that every bit kind of pays its way.
And that starts with the B&B. Richard needs to be able to charge more for his rooms, but in order to do that, I need to bring the standard up dramatically.
I'm just going to be blunt and say it. I think you've got execrable taste. I do not think anyone will be hiring you anytime soon as an interior stylist, because I just find your room so bloody depressing.
Oh my God.
And lacking in imagination and
Wow.
ugly. I hate the red in the breakfast room. I hate the purple to the red carpet.
Wow. Wow.
Who wants to stay in the brown room, for God's sake?
Nobody has ever said that before, but I take that as something we can actually do to help ourselves.
Yes, this is an easy thing to kind of manage and make better. You know, stage one of this process has got to be give this place a bloody facelift.
Any suggestions you give us, they'll be followed up to the best of our capabilities.
Good, that's a good place for us to start.
Well, he certainly took that better than I'd imagined.
That's not purple. Battleship grey and red. Very smart. Don't know what she's thinking.
Thankfully, Richard puts his personal taste to one side and, guided by my design team, gets busy redecorating the farmhouse.
I don't think I'm very sentimental about it, but it's just something that we have probably got used to, and time for a change.
Meanwhile, the next part of my plan to help Richard make every penny he can from his business is about to unfold.
One thing that is patently obvious about Richard is that he will do anything to please his guests. But, and it is a big but, when you're running a business, you've got to stay professional, and that means charging for your services. And if the online reviews are anything to go by, that's a business rule Richard is choosing to ignore. So I've sent in a mystery traveller filming undercover. Her brief, to discover just how far Richard will go to help his guests.
So I'm going to see what I can get away with and see if I can cause some mischief.
First test. Will he help our stooge out of a sticky situation?
My shirt is ready, my wine is ready. I'm going to do my spillage of my nice new clean shirt. Let's see how we go.
Lo and behold.
I really appreciate this. Look what you've done. Oh, you've got it. It's whiter than it was before.
Hand washing her top is clearly beyond the call of duty, and it's taking him away from more important things. It doesn't stop there either.
I'm going to go see if Richard will drive me into town. I'm sure he will.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, bless you.
I'm not your bloody dad, man. Come on.
These are all services that the guests would expect to pay for. As far as I'm concerned, it's money down the drain for Richard. 1 week later, I'm back to see how far Richard has got with his paint job on the farmhouse.
This is better. Hi, Richard. Hello.
Oh my God, oh my God.
This is lovely.
You like?
I love.
Well,
Do you like?
yeah. I think it's a good choice.
What else have you done? Do you want to show me?
Yeah, come across. It's the same colour in here.
Gosh, this looks so much better.
You think?
Yes, I do think it is just cleaner and brighter and very much less gloomy. And can I go in there? Into the brown room?
Yes.
This is so much nicer. It's a kind of classic farmhouse colour.
I'm relieved to see that the overhaul of the B&B is underway. I really think this will enable him to charge more for the rooms. After all Richard's hard work, I'm feeling a little guilty for setting him up with our mystery guest.
As you may have worked out, the crazy lady was a plant.
She was. Wow. I thought it was going bloody nuts.
But there was a point to it. So the two things that I worry about
Yeah.
are that, first of all, it was a very bad waste of your time.
Washing, driving. I'd have washed her car if she'd have asked me. She was lovely.
You're on a financial cliff edge all the time, aren't you? So I think where you can make an extra penny, you should. So I'm convinced that one of the ways that I need to help you is to find other uses for that marquee.
Now the bedrooms are well on their way, I want us to start thinking of ways that we can sell the little used marquee and rooms as a package, other than just for labour-intensive weddings. And I've come up with a plan. In order to figure out who Richard's target market could be, I've invited 3 different event organisers to come and check out all the farm has to offer.
Go on, please.
Follow me.
After you.
Just watch your head, Stephen, and there's a little room through there you can look at. Dining room here. Feel free to have a wander.
Thank
there
you.
Are. You're welcome.
Head up.
Yeah, keep your head up.
What is abundantly clear about Richard is he lacks any ability for strategic thinking, which, despite his great personal charm, I can't help but find infuriating. However, what the events market does is allow him the chance to offer all these disparate parts of his business as a complete package, but only if the clients like what they see.
It seems a little odd to walk into a building like this, but we use it for wedding breakfasts.
And how many can it seat?
You could deal with groups of 60 at a time without much problem.
Because up until now, the only events that Richard has held here has been weddings.
Yeah.
Right.
But what he means to say is this is a multi-purpose space which has so many opportunities.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm desperate for Richard to start thinking strategically about his business. Weddings may fill the summer months, but that still leaves the marquee and B&B sitting empty for much of the year.
It's a rather nice marquee, I think you'll agree.
Great space.
Great, isn't it?
Very nice.
And obviously it can be opened up. I just think, this is England, so any event one holds, one needs the option of cover.
Yeah. Great for a garden party.
I know.
They've made all the right noises, but compliments won't pay the bills. What we need to know is, could they do business here?
You can see that he's so passionate.
Yeah.
And if we were looking to come here, we would hire the accommodation, and also to have the permanent marquee. It is superb. So it lends the hand extremely well.
I think the marquee space is great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's such a plus for a venue. It is actually a perfect event space. Once it's on the kind of radar, then you'll get other people coming in. It's just getting the ball rolling.
My good
This is music to my ears.
Actually, it's been a really positive day. At least 2 people are very keen to actually do something with Richard, which, 2 out of 3 is a pretty good hit rate in my book.
But will Richard be able to capitalise on this new line of trade?
Oh, yay. Be all right on the night, be all right on the night.
Almost a year ago at Colliters Brook near Bristol, I came to help owner Richard Tucker dig his hotel out of debt.
I think we may have started to find the solution to Richard's business woes. He just needs encouragement to see that how he's running the site now is not the only way.
Oh, yay.
As a way of turning his little used marquee and his B&B rooms into a cohesive offering, I invited 3 event organisers to see what this business had to offer.
Great for a garden party.
I know.
A week later, and one of Richard's visitors, Joe, has followed through by booking the farm for a vintage fair. This proof that Colliters Brook can be marketed as the whole package is just the boost that Richard needs, but I still think he's missing a trick. One of the best ways to make money from a vintage event is with a food offering.
Joe has told me that you can make very good money for catering at these events. In fact, one venue that she's recently worked with made £10,000 in a weekend.
I've asked Richard to put on a simple food offering that he's properly costed out. And what could be simpler than the humble burger? And there's more good news. Traders coming to the event have booked accommodation in the B&B. Before they come, my design team have been busy transforming the rooms at the farmhouse. Gone are the gaudy colours and ghastly decor. replaced by rooms that feel warm, stylish, and consistent with the exterior of the farmhouse. Meanwhile, the downstairs breakfast room is now a far more welcoming prospect, banishing the clutter and embracing its farmhouse identity. Richard hasn't raised his room rate in years. The new look should help him feel confident in charging more for his offering. Now we need to see if we can make a success of Richard's event at Colliters Brook.
I'm on bunting duty for the minute, if I can do it.
25 stall holders have arrived for the farm's inaugural vintage fair. This is an opportunity for Richard to launch himself onto the event circuit. Has he managed to focus on getting it right?
And at the last minute, I forgot that I haven't done a sign for the burger costings. Oh, it's a fucking disaster, isn't it?
I'm a bit nervous. I hope people are going to come and I hope Richard's ready.
Gourmet. Is that right?
The weather doesn't look like it's playing along either, so very unpleasant.
If the weather fails us, Richard is going to have to up his game.
OK, spring garden fate sign, Colliters Brook Farm.
Oh, yay. Be all right on the night,
Today's vintage event could mark the way for a new blueprint business plan, showing Richard how to sell his whole site as a package and make a decent profit.
How exciting! God. Hi.
Oh, Alex.
How are you?
All right.
This
How are you?
is looking fab. I can't believe it, Ollie.
Yeah, I know, crazy.
And despite the good old British weather, people have come.
Bit of Charleston stroll going on down here.
And they're spending money.
Thank you very much.
And the good news is that people are buying Richard's burgers. I just hope he's sticking to his prices.
Have you been charging?
Yeah.
Have you been charging properly? Because I think there's a couple of things you've got to remember. First of all, never undercharge. When you've got prices on your bloody thing, charge them. And then secondly, it might be useful for you to have a pad so that you know what you're making at any given time.
Fair enough.
There is still one important person to pass judgment on today's event. Does organiser Joe think it's been a success?
Today the event's gone really well. It's been a real good trial run for Richard. So he's seen what's worked and we've worked with the venue, so we now know what works. So we look forward to working with them in the future.
Juicy burgers. Come and get your burgers. Oh, look at that. We've done a new dry run of something completely different. Everybody who comes over is telling me how lovely everything is. And I think there's plenty of positives.
I mean, that marquee is worth its weight in gold.
It is, yes.
Because actually, despite the miserable weather, everyone's still in there, having quite a nice time.
Yeah.
Actually, everything's worked very well. I think it's quite interesting to have a programme of things or events or exclusive uses, because people just want to hire this.
Finding a solution to Richard's problems was never going to happen overnight, but my aim has always been to help him bring in more income and pay his debts off quicker.
Hi, darling. You catching up?
Yes.
How did we do?
Yeah, really well.
The reality is we only got 60 people through the door, but on those 60 people, you turned 450 quid.
Marvellous.
Which isn't bad.
Not bad.
So hopefully, you do that on 60. Imagine what you could do on 300.
Yeah, absolutely.
On a decent day. So I hope this is just the first of many events.
Yeah.
Well, I'm quite relieved. That shows that this is possible and there's an appetite for this kind of thing, even with the vagaries of the British weather.
I really hope in the not too distant future, Richard will have enough money to start renovating the barns and get his farmhouse back for his family.
I think Alex's involvement here will undoubtedly open a new chapter. It'll certainly be pre-Alex and post-Alex.
And I'm convinced Alex's input will accelerate our repair and our renewal and our enthusiasm of what we started to do 8 years ago. Alex came and saved us.
That was back in 2017, and now I'm returning to Colliters Brook to see if Richard is making all aspects of his business work together to turn a profit, or whether his crippling debt got the better of him.
I'll just leave him there for a minute, innit? Alex left a number of things with us. Good advice, everything else. She put a light on at the end of the tunnel. There's a glimmer that we can now begin to relook at the original plan A, which would be just fantastic.
And that initial plan was to convert his barns into ensuite B&B rooms.
Oh my God, what's that? Clutch plate. Go on. Whoa. I really dislike coming in here, to be perfectly honest. It's a sort of head in the sand job, you know? And, but all this has got to go. So, have to start somewhere.
Well, back at Colliters Brook Farm, the building's as pretty as ever. The barn's still dilapidated and derelict.
My goodness. A guest asked me earlier, are you nervous? And I said, no. And I thought about it. I thought, yes, I am. Of course I am.
I really like Richard. I loved his energy and the fact that despite having been walloped by life, he still had that real get up and go and enthusiasm about him. And he wasn't going to see those 8 years of his life gone to shit and not turn it around at the last.
Providing you've done your best, everything else doesn't matter. And I think we can't do much more than what we've been doing over years and years. She's Alex Polizzi, and that's all there is to it. Is she always right? Probably no. Am I going to consider that she's right? Probably yeah, only because of our experience to date.
Hello!
Alex!
It's all right if I come up?
Yeah, come up, Alex. I'm in your room.
Hola!
Come in. Oh, Alex. How are you?
This looks
oh,
nice.
My goodness. Mm.
This looks... And you smell
Look
delicious.
at you. Wow-wee.
This looks great in here still. So, how is the B&B doing?
Yeah, it's done really well. We've had lots of new guests, which is really lovely. On the whole, I've got a pretty positive picture to tell you, I hope.
Well, I'm pleased that no Pooh Brown has crept back in and the rooms are still looking tip-top. But Richard's business is far from being all about the rooms, so I want to have a look around outside where there's been a dramatic turnaround.
So, last time I saw this, it was really just a big hole in the ground.
Bomb crater.
Gushing water.
Oh, it's come out nice. It's come out nice.
Gosh, darling. So you are still doing lots of weddings?
Yep, needs must.
Because you weren't that keen on them last time I was here.
Well, they're difficult for me, but it's something that we've worked towards. We've got a sort of a transition period, I think, away from weddings.
What will you use the marquee for then?
We've done a number of events since you were here last.
Oh, good, you kept up with it.
Yeah. We talked about owners' clubs and car enthusiasts.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of interested parties wanting to use this as a weekly stroke monthly meeting place for some exquisite, beautiful old vehicles.
Well, that would be right up your street, wouldn't it?
Well, it kind of gives us interest. After our sort of wedding season, we had a wedding fair. We, with some suggestions from others, we did a Christmas craft fair, which was just lovely.
Did you make money from it?
We did.
Did you
We
really?
did. It was a great event. As a result of the occasion, we made healthy money for the day, but we also took a number of bookings and a Christmas wedding. So if you combine the actual income generated from that one project, it was really healthy. And
Well, I mean, you're never at a lack for ideas, are you?
We were then convinced by suggestions of guests to do a Santa few days.
Yeah,
which
like
we,
a grotto thing.
Oh, it's just great.
There's always something else bubbling away. I knew I wouldn't come here and just find you standing still. How many weddings have you done this year?
16, 17, 18.
And did you
like
sell
that.
all the rooms along with it?
Every time, full to the brim.
Good.
After my room makeovers, Richard was able to put his prices up, so more money is coming in. And not only is he making the weddings work better for him, but my idea to make full use of the marquee with events and filling the rooms has proved fruitful.
Because we now got the bar licence, which was our restriction, I think we're up to 20 weddings during this year, which...
There's as many as you want to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're up to speed.
Since my last visit, things have improved so much for Richard and his family that developing the barn is now, at last, a distinct possibility. And I'm keen Richard does that so he can have the farmhouse back for himself.
It's normally ladies first, but on this
after you, I insist.
on this occasion, if you just step cleanly in.
Gosh.
There we are. Come out that doorway. That's fine.
It's worse than I thought. So, as far as I remember, the initial idea was for 11 bedrooms and bathrooms, all en suite.
Yes, but I'm concerned that some of the rooms are quite small. So we're looking at maybe reducing the number of individual rooms, all with ensuite facilities, to maybe 3 apartments. I don't know what you think of that.
Well, what I would suggest, possibly, is have you run the numbers.
Yeah, I have. The build cost is less, obviously.
Yes, but you'd have less rooms, silly legs.
Yeah, yes, we would. Yes, we would. But the families that come for events, you know, we have the kids in one room, and they would use these apartments.
With so much debt, Richard only has one bite at this particular cherry, and he's already changing his mind from 11 ensuite rooms to 3 cottage-style apartments. I'm concerned this could be a big mistake, not only affecting the clientele he attracts, but also his ability to pay the money back. In early 2017, I came to the rescue of Colliters Brook Farm. I've now returned to find things on the up, and owner Richard about to begin a new chapter, finally developing his derelict barn into more rooms.
God, look at that.
Richard usually goes for things hell for leather without necessarily planning to the degree that I think is sensible. I want to make sure that if he's actually going to take this enormous step, this step that he's been hoping to make for so many years, that he does it properly and having spent the time beforehand thinking it through.
Oy, 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 oy.
Worryingly, Richard has changed his mind about the barn layout from 11 bedrooms to 3 apartments, as he thinks some rooms would be too small. So I've asked him to gather some gaffer tape and a mattress and meet me in his marquee so we can map out a floor plan.
Don't buy any mattresses without handles on, Rob.
Physically testing out room layouts is essential to ensure you have enough room for all the furniture. I want Richard to focus on the dimensions of the smallest room according to the original drawings.
So we are going from... Well, that there is, in old money, 3 metres.
Then we've got 4.5 metres along this wall.
Back to me, Alex. That's in there.
Okay. And how big is the bathroom?
Let's go to that line there. That should be, that's a...
Okay.
Yep.
Where would you put a bed? I would put it this way, possibly. Okay. Let's see if it works. We've got 2 small bedside tables, which fit in perfectly well. But you know, Dawn, this is about 13, 14 square metre room, which they sell in London for 180 quid a night. Let's just try it the other way, shall we?
Yep.
And just see if we do this.
Oh, God.
Like that. And then put the other, well, you might get a bit more room because you're walking in here. So this is your doorway, isn't it?
Yeah.
You walk in, you've got the window there, which is rather nice. You could have a nice headboard. You've got much more room to walk around the bed. But in some of your bigger rooms, darling, you'd be wise to think about zip and link and things like that. So you can either sell it as a double or you sell it as twins.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's a term I've never come across.
If you wanted to, you can even do... Do not want 7 years bad luck. We need to move that along a bit.
Yeah, no, quite.
And then you have a little stool there under the desk.
And this doubles as both.
And this does both. I mean, this really isn't that small a room. I took the mickey out of you last year because of your taste in colours and stuff. But I have never taken the mickey out of your building ability or your, this place is immaculate always. There are so many other space-saving things that you could do.
There are.
I mean, you could build a bed that had pull-out drawers underneath it instead of buying one.
Yep.
You could, which I would suggest highly, instead of putting standalone pieces, is build up a hard headboard that has cubby holes on the sides and put the lights behind it so you're not taking up so much room.
I'm chuffed with that. That's a great exercise.
OK, good.
That's sorted.
Having proved to Richard that his rooms would be perfectly adequate based on his original 11-room option, I want to impress upon him the importance of making sure the figures stack up, as I do worry about Richard's finances.
So, let me just make this clear. You've paid back a considerable sum to the bank of what you initially borrowed.
Yep.
And then how are you now in a position to borrow more?
We struggle to refinance, so we've been in the pockets of the bank for all these years.
Thankfully, the bank have now allowed Richard to pay off just the interest on his loan.
But that's given us a chance to regroup, kind of stabilise from paying 12 grand a quarter to 800 quid a quarter to a business our size is just dramatically different. We've now paid the marquee off, so obviously revisiting Plan A is really I'm praying it's going to be really close.
I'm loath to encourage Richard to borrow more money, but I can make sure he spends his budget wisely on a room layout that doesn't leave him in eternal debt. This means choosing the option that allows him to recoup the cost of building work the quickest.
I started off with the idea that there were going to be 11 bedrooms.
Yep.
And 11 bedrooms would cost you about 175 grand to build.
Right.
And that cottages instead would cost you significantly less, so let's say 125. So your options are the original 11 single rooms or 3 apartments.
By working out the build cost per rentable unit and dividing it by the room rate Richard could charge, I've worked out how long it would take him to make his money back.
What I've worked out, amazingly enough, is although this costs you more to build, it's much easier to pay back. I have the evidence here before me, which I'm going to leave with you so that you can study. If you make £75 a night out of those rooms, it's going to take 212 nights to pay off each room.
Wow.
You know, you'd only have to have a 1 year of 60% occupancy and it'd be done. That whole build. If you look at the 3 cottages, although it costs you much less, it would take you 73% occupancy to pay it off.
Oh, my goodness me. Just makes so much sense.
In the end, it doesn't matter how you borrow so much as as it matters how you're going to pay it back.
Yeah.
And how quickly you can pay it back and get out from under that debt and start making some proper money and being able to employ people and having an easier life. Because that, my darling, is what I wish for you.
Oh, bless you, Alex.
My pleasure.
Oh, my
job
goodness.
here is done.
A single round of applause from one. Oh, right.
Faced with cold, hard figures, Richard can't argue. What it means is that, along with a raft of successful events, I've hopefully set him on the right track for the next chapter in his journey as a hotelier.
Darling, always a pleasure and an inspiration.
Oh, Alex.
See you in a year.
Thank you so much. It's a deal.
Deal?
It's a deal, absolutely.
All right. Bye, darling.
Thanks, Alex. This place is everything to me, everything to my family. It's our home. Without her involvement, I probably would have made an error now, which would have cost us.
That'll do.
And I'm now armed with what I need to do.
I hope that Richard found that as satisfying as I did. I mean, I think I've concentrated his mind and given him a bit more direction, which he needed. But you know what? I would not lay good money against the fact that next time I return, that isn't going to be built.
We can do what we set out to do 10 years ago. I'm sure we'll do it. Without Alex, we wouldn't be in the position we're in today. That is absolutely for sure. So yeah, I'm incredibly grateful. Yeah.
Back in 2015, former flooring shop owner John Sinclair convinced his mate Rob to invest in a new venture in the Merseyside resort of Southport.
He said, how do you fancy opening a craft ale bar?
We never thought we would own a bar, but we do own a bar. You've got to believe you're going to achieve.
Cheers, Anne.
Business in the bar was booming, and having struck gold once, John believed that he had the Midas touch.
You just get the ideas as you wake up every day. You know, you think, well, that seems like a good one. And if people start agreeing with you, let's go for it.
No sooner was the bar open than John moved on to his next big idea.
We've seen an opportunity above us where there was 3 apartments become available.
They began a major construction job to create a 14-bedroom hotel above the bar.
We have no experience in hotels at all.
We are literally winging it at the moment.
But the pair had a secret weapon.
Why don't we just go in another room and I'll show you?
John's missus.
We do have the Melanie factor, which sort of straightens us both up.
I've been up since 6.
Yeah, well, stop panicking.
Right, well, I'm just saying, I'm not standing around waiting for
You're
them
not
to start
standing
screwing the
around.
dressing
All you're
table
doing is
together.
making it worse. Just shut up.
Mel kept a tight rein on the bar, and John.
There's always something. But yeah, he has some good ideas, some not so good.
No, I've had enough.
You've
Tell
had
me.
enough. You have
Shush.
had enough. I like to let John think he is, but I would say I was the boss.
That was back in early 2016.
Well, when I first met Mel and Rob and John, they were in the process of doing a soft opening on their rooms above their bar, despite the fact that they still had building works going on and there was complete chaos.
I booked this room out for 5 weeks' time.
Everything's at stake when you open a new venture. We're under a lot of pressure, financially and stress-wise.
In all these years of working in hotels, I've yet to find the perfect way to open, but quite frankly, that was one of the worst.
We have had some critiques, so it's something that we need to take seriously.
I also remember that on top of bad reviews for the rooms they had opened, they were struggling to get bookings.
If the room's empty, it does send a cold chill down your back. We need a helping hand.
So in April 2016, I arrived in Southport ready to surprise the fledgling hoteliers, and I got a less than underwhelming welcome.
I've checked in under a pseudonym, Mr. H. Smith, very cloak and dagger. Quite exciting, really.
I found the address, but no one is answering the door.
But I'm not quite sure where to go and what to do. There's no sign on the door. There's no information about who to call. Guess I'll have to go to the bar.
So instead of a warm reception, I have to make a rather awkward entrance into a local night spot.
This is where I check in, I take it.
Well, we haven't booked it for tonight, but you're more
I'm
than
under
welcome
Mr.
to stay.
Howard Smith.
Ah!
I am he.
Nice to meet you, Howard.
Thank you. Yeah.
After a long day travelling, I'm ready to turn in and keen to see what I get for £50 a night.
OK, so what do I need to know?
This is your bed.
Thanks. These are my chairs.
These are your chairs.
Yeah.
If John's not back down in 5 minutes, I'll go and rescue him.
Leave it for 10.
Is that normal?
Breakfast?
Breakfast is served from 8 o'clock.
Yeah, lovely.
It's an a la carte breakfast.
Great.
It's very nice. When it's that good, I might join you.
Where do I have it? In the bar?
Next door.
Next door at the other hotel, the Bold Hotel?
Yeah.
All right. OK, I'll see you in the morning.
OK.
All right.
All right, good night.
They definitely did not make it clear that you had to check in Peaky Blinders. I think that if it's a busy night, you would need to be able to ring a bell or something to get someone to pay attention to you rather than having to fight your way through the drunken masses at the bar.
For a brand new venture, this is all very laid back.
The door itself is not very well illuminated. There's no buzzer. There's lots of tackle here.
I think we've been too relaxed here because I think she's going to go to town.
A year and a half ago, I visited Merseyside, spending the night at Southport's newest hotel, which had been created by absolute beginners.
I really didn't sleep very well last night. Lying awake with my mind racing, trying to think how I would have done this room so that it wasn't quite so cramped. Because as soon as I walked in, I thought, well, that's a ridiculous little gap for someone to get through with a piece of luggage. I don't like the way that you're squashed right in to the desk as you walk in through the front door. I might just rearrange this room, then I could show them what a difference it makes. There's too much furniture in here. This is perfect for being on your own, but imagine being here as a couple. You start feeling slightly overwhelmed.
The biggest luxury in a hotel is space. Overfilling a room is a real rookie mistake.
Do you feel intimidated?
No,
or
not
do you feel
intimidated.
You've got a little bit of anxiety?
A little bit of a flutter in my heart for her.
Have you got a little flutter, love?
Yeah. I would be disappointed if she wasn't happy with the room.
Hi, John.
Hi, how's it going?
I want to try and get this out. Thanks, darling. You can just shove that in the corner over there and then come in and see what I've done in the room.
OK.
I think that space is always at such a premium. So the first thing I noticed when you walked me in last night is I'm quite slim, but because that was here, there's this very little gap.
Yeah.
You never want to have two great big hoiking pieces of furniture together.
Yeah.
Inexplicable to me how you've only got the bathroom light over here.
Yeah.
Why do you not have the bathroom light on this wall somewhere? Because also in the middle of the night you're stumbling to the bathroom. How do you make sure you don't put on the Starship Enterprise lighting that you have in the ceiling?
That's a very good point.
Actually, I think, by the way, that you've done lots of things nicely with this room.
Thank you.
I like the colour scheme. These aren't enormous rooms, so room planning has just got to be completely right.
Yeah.
Actually, after a night here, I think I'm going to be able to be helpful to you.
Great, OK. I look forward to that.
And I'm looking forward to breakfast. But I won't be having it at the Regency rooms.
Frankly, I find it completely bizarre that I've been sent here to the competition. So you then think, having experienced this, having experienced the breakfast, why would anyone stay there rather than here? Thanks, darling. Lovely.
But it does give me time to check out the business's online presence, which seems confused. On one site, they're called apartments, and another says they're a hotel.
Slightly confusing, the message, because on Facebook it's called Regency Room Southport Hotel. Definitely don't think it's a hotel. It's rooms above a bar, as far as I can see. And they're good, cheap rooms, but that is what they are.
If guests come expecting the full hotel experience or an apartment, they'll be very disappointed. Heading back to the hotel, though, John has a surprise in store.
Right.
Right. While you've been out with...
My bathroom light, thank you very much. That was done very quickly and very efficiently. Well done, you.
Thank you.
So impressed. I mean, this is a man who does not let grass grow under his feet.
So it's a gold star from me. But at the other end of the building, behind a false wall, it's a bomb site.
And then we come through here.
Yeah.
This is the next rooms that we're doing. These will be finished on Friday tea time.
Friday tea time? Gosh,
So
that's
it's 1 room,
brilliant.
7 days.
Did you agree a budget for every room, or has it happened organically?
The initial target mentally was like £5,000.
Yeah.
But we ended up spending about 6.5. We'll have invested by completion best part of £90,000.
At 50 quid a night, it will take some time to recoup their money. So the more rooms they have available, the better.
How quickly can you do the other 6 rooms?
OK, well...
What's the schedule?
We've got to be really pushing for 8 weeks complete on the last 6 rooms.
OK, so you've got quite an ambitious schedule.
That will take them to 10 rooms. Once complete, they'll be at 14. And running them will be a full-time job. But despite the amount of construction left to do, John's already on to his next big idea.
Well, we've just acquired the jeweller's shop.
Oh, my gosh.
Which I'll show you later.
Lordy, me, I had no idea what I was walking into. You empire building, you two.
Trying to.
It's a land grab.
We've got plans for a small, snappy, trendy Spanish tapas bar. And then
Fucking hell.
I've done a deal for...
Is there a market for a snappy, trendy tapas bar?
Well, what I've seen with people who are successful, if they do something and they do it right, they don't seem to fail.
It takes tunnel vision to launch a new venture. Flitting from one idea to the next can be a recipe for disaster.
Alex, I'll show you my little den.
I need to put the brakes on the tapas bar.
Right,
Oh
this
my
is the
gosh.
back of the jeweller's, which is connected to our chiller room.
Oh, I see. I personally would suggest to you, make sure you fill the rooms. I am all for you doing this. But I honestly just think, why would you not just make something really solid before you get on with the next thing?
So should we start it 4 weeks later?
Yeah, 1st of September. That's
Right.
exactly.
Well, that's positive, see?
No, that is exact. I'm not saying any more than
That's
that.
good.
Lovely.
John has to tackle one venture at a time. His ambition is dizzying, and with good reason.
After the situation I've been in with my health and everything, I believe that if I've got an idea and I want to do it, and I am going to do it. 3 years ago, I didn't feel so well, and I thought it was stress. 12 weeks later, and they said, you've got cancer in your liver. So they said, well, we'll see if we can get you on the transplant list. And eventually we got a call the week before we opened here. So I had my liver transplant, and that was it.
6 months on, and I can't fault John's passion, but it's critical he sticks to his promise to halt the tapas bar and puts all his energy into finishing the accommodation. And I want to help him get this right.
The challenge for you is to get the rooms as nice as possible and to make sure that the marketing is on track. You have got small bedrooms, so you've got to start being wise and not making the kind of mistakes that you've made. You don't need a full double cupboard. Do you need 2 bedside tables as well as a dressing table? Do you need 2 chairs? No. We should definitely have a bell on the door. On the website, there should be something that says check in at Peaky Blinders.
But the big problem with this venture goes beyond the check-in and the rooms. This business has an identity crisis.
You're not a hotel, you're not apartments, you're not a bed and breakfast. What you have is serviced rooms with a really nice bar downstairs.
Service rooms, it's a great idea. I think from a booking point of view, the service rooms is the way to go, because the apartments, we haven't even got one.
Yeah.
But you've got to start wiping out the traces of the Regency rooms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come to us, save a few quid, spend it in the bar.
Yes, yeah.
With an agreement to play it straight and sell this establishment as simply serviced rooms with a great bar, they've got a solid offer. I head off, leaving John and Rob to crack on.
Mel?
Yes.
Rob's got something to tell you.
What?
She's actually hit it right on the nail with service rooms.
Service rooms.
Smart, contemporary service rooms. Well, I think that's...
I have to digest that one. It sounds a bit like digs, like... I don't know.
No. I
agree with the boutique apartment,
hang on, listen.
Well, it's not set in stone. We don't have to agree to everything that she's, like, recommended
what we
us
have
to
to do
change.
is have a common identity.
We have to have a chat about it, and, you know, not all argue. Try and agree.
Arguments, we have a discussion. We don't have to say, yes,
Get a bit of
Alex, yes,
heartburn
Alex,
from
yes,
it.
Alex. You can have a bit of passion in the fight and say, well, I don't really agree with that.
Yeah, OK, you've
Yeah,
said
because I think it sounds tacky and cheap. I think they both fell a little bit in love with Alex, haven't they, and thought, well, she's just fantastic and let's do exactly what she says.
My sound solution to play it straight has put the cat amongst the pigeons. John's partner Mel is dead against the change.
Some of the points she's made I'm not very happy with, so I just want to discuss it with the staff because they are involved and see what they say and see, maybe get some feedback off them.
At the beginning of my hotel career, I was mentored by people who gave me many wise words of advice and helped me avoid the pitfalls, which makes it all the more surprising that this crowd aren't willing to listen to me.
Right, guys, I've called you all in today because Alex wants to totally rename it as serviced rooms. Now, I'm not happy about that. What do you think?
Considering how much effort and stuff you've put into each of the rooms, it's just going against everything that you've put into it, I think.
Right, can we have a show of hands? Who's against serviced and budget rooms? I would like to just leave it as Regency rooms.
Show of hands for
and
that.
a proper description underneath.
Sorry, Alex. It's just the way life goes, baby.
When I first visited the Regency rooms in Southport a year and a half ago, only 4 of their 14 rooms were complete. Despite the pressure, owner John was constantly cooking up new schemes.
We've just signed with the landlord now to open the spit roast organic chicken shop in the charity shop next door. So it's going to be a very busy corner because we'll have the organic chicken shop, Peaky Blinders, the tapas bar. So, you know, it's getting quite big now. I'm looking to take over the whole street. We'll get there in the end.
The magpie approach to acquiring businesses is really only appropriate if you've got more money than sense. The key to building an empire for the rest of us is to make sure that one business is working and secure before moving on to the next one.
I'm getting worried, so I've called a meeting, and this time they're coming to me.
So when we meet Alex, you're not going to sidestep me, are you? And, you know, have a talk you into maybe doing it as service rooms.
Depends how she looks at me. She looks
What
at me
about the way I look at you when she's saying service rooms? Does that not instill any fear into you
it
at all?
does, because it brings me out of my trance. It brings me out the trance and back into normality. Anyway, what about the Johnny Rocket chicken shop?
No, don't. Let's just get the rooms finished.
You don't want to know?
No, because you just fast forward into something when we haven't even finished the last thing.
We're concentrating on what we're doing with the bedrooms, but we have to have something in the pipeline because you can't just finish it. That.
Of course
and
you
all
can. You
stand
can
there
just
and
finish
look
it and
go,
just sit back maybe for like 24 hours and have a rest.
No.
Oh, right. Well, you can't be told. That's
No,
your
I'm not.
problem.
Tell what?
You can't be told anything. You can't be told anything at all.
What?
All I'm saying is let's finish all the rooms.
We are finishing all the rooms.
Do you want to have an argument on the train?
No, we
in the
are
middle of
finishing all the rooms,
countryside?
I am determined to rein John in and get all 3 of them to see the merit in the simple offer of uniting rooms and a great bar.
I'm going to take them to marketing branding experts, and if they can't convince them, then I'm going to give up.
Hello.
All right, Alex.
Hi, darling.
Neil Stanhope is a branding whiz. He helps businesses recognise their best assets and then builds a brand around them.
How did the name come about?
I suggested the name for the rooms. I picked Regency rooms. It just sounded catchy.
Was there ever a conversation about maybe using the Peaky Blinders name for the accommodation or the rooms?
We wanted to call it something totally different and give it its own identity, really.
What would be your vision for the business.
I would have liked to have waited. I would have liked to have had Peaky's for at least 12 months before we started the rooms upstairs.
A lot in a short time.
Yeah, absolutely. John does tend to think I'm Superwoman as well, by the way. You know, I feel it's just pushed me to the limit a little bit.
Something that's really struck me is that you're moving at different speeds, and I think that doesn't work in terms of a business.
The purpose of today is to unify everyone behind a clear concept. Time to hear Neil's branding wizardry.
The first point is to leverage the name itself. Something as simple as Peaky Blinders accommodation and bar. Your brand is your experience. We could take maybe some of these images and actually put them maybe on a cushion or to actually use them as wallpaper.
Yeah.
It's synchronistic, and therefore, if they like it downstairs, they're going to love it upstairs.
I think they've just switched the light on, haven't they?
Yeah.
And I think it's a fantastic, simple idea. It's given us a boost.
I think we've achieved a lot today. Neil's shown them how much they can leverage interest and enthusiasm and business from their bar. John has really been told quite firmly that he's got to slow it down and rein it back, and he's taken that point on board.
We're always united in our ambitions, but we weren't quite sure how to get there.
Peaky Blinders accommodation and bar.
Tapas bar, chicken shop. Henry, are you sure that's straight on the side?
It is, it's bob on. The bubble's in the middle.
Back in Southport, and true to form, there are no flies on John.
Another inch, Henry.
The Regency Rooms is no more.
Half an inch that way. That's it, that's it. It's annoying because we've only just put the Regency Room signs up 3 weeks ago, but it's now looking good and it looks right.
After an exhausting few weeks of hard graft, Stage 2 of the development, once a chaotic building site, has become 6 more stylish bedrooms, completed within John's tight schedule. The new brand is online, and today, for the first time, there'll be a full house.
Well, that looks nice, doesn't it? We've got the launch in 124 minutes, which is 2 hours and 4 minutes by my clock. So, it's just getting a bit tight now. Well, this has got to be absolutely mint for 12 o'clock. There's lots to do. There's a day's work, and everyone's got an hour to do it. So we'll just have to smack everyone's asses and get them revved up.
Tonight is a chance to stress test the guest experience, and I've made sure they're fully booked.
I've invited people to stay in the 10 rooms. It shouldn't be that difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible to fuck up, because anything is possible.
Yeah. You can see that. You should button it together. Looks terrible.
With an hour to go to guests arriving, I'm hoping to see the finished article, a unified establishment.
So, 10 rooms ready today?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Can I go and have a look and
Of
see
course
the
you
state
can,
of things? Wow. That is great. I love it. I mean, this is a statement door if ever I've seen one. It's really cool. I bet you thought I wouldn't like the door, but I love it.
And for any guests arriving, there's an age-old device.
Oh, very period. It's a period doorbell.
But what awaits guests inside? It looks like they've pulled a bit of a blinder.
This looks so much better.
There are now some key pieces that tie the rooms to the bar.
For this kind of money, you can stay somewhere and you can stay in a complete shithole. Or, voila, you can stay in this tastefully appointed, extremely spacious, well-space-planned room.
The first guests are here. The job of checking them in has been given to barman Elliot.
Hi.
You can check in.
Yes, please.
He's using a new techie booking system. But maybe he'd have been better off with a piece of paper.
Things just froze. Sorry about this.
Oh, dear. He's back again now? That's okay.
So you're in room 1. I'll just grab your keys for you and then I'll take you.
Okay, thank you.
While Elliot is seeing the first couple to their room, guests are coming thick and fast.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure where we're supposed to be here. Oh, hello? Anyone here? Hi! Hello. We're looking to check in, please.
Elliot's doing his best to handle a full house.
Enjoy your stay, guys. Thank you very much.
But there's little time to settle guests in properly.
Just looking for the light switch. You see the light switch?
Well, I don't know. Where's the light?
I think the staff need to be trained a bit more on the room side. There needs to be a formula for checking in. There needs to be information given, always in the same way. It could still be tightened up considerably.
It's a lovely room, but springy bed. Not sure about this.
Nice.
£50. I think it's quite a reasonable price. Southport normally can be quite expensive.
Hopefully, they'll have a little chill.
Yeah.
Have a good chat about the room.
Yeah.
Give us a good report.
Yeah.
And then come down here and have a bevy. And if we can see a good report coming in, they're getting a free bevy.
I know. Good. Very good. Very clever.
And that's the joy of this simple but clever business model. The room rate's a budget, but the bar is the draw.
Cheers.
Where guests are proving they're only too happy to spend their time and their money. Have I transformed the trio, though?
I do not think they're hoteliers, actually. Such a short time, I don't think I've instilled that into them, but they are people. That is really going to make a big difference in the long run. What they don't already know, they will learn. I thought today went really well. I'm leaving here feeling very cheerful, incredibly impressed at all of you for having worked so hard. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Thanks for
And
coming.
thank you for coming as well.
Pleasure, my
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Absolutely loved every minute.
After the situation I've been in with my health and everything, I thought, well, I'm not organised enough. I'm not ready to go anywhere. Now I feel I've achieved something, and I feel like, if anything did happen to me, there's something there for Melanie now and my family. So, yeah, I am proud.
That was a year and a half ago, and now I've returned to see whether business is booming. Has John built his empire, or has Mel kept him in check and focused on getting things right?
You started talking to me now?
Yeah.
Don't start coming in with the kiss. I'm not ready.
I wasn't coming
I'm
because
not
I
ready
want
yet.
to get it right.
I'm not ready, yeah.
When I first met Rob and Mel and John, they were very disorganised. They had a lot to learn, but they were definitely quick learners.
And it seems that since my last visit, learn they have.
We're up year on year. I think the rebranding last time round when Alex came was a massive help. It certainly did put us on the map, and we've benefited greatly from it.
So much so, in fact, that John, Mel and Rob are preparing to open a second bar and accommodation just down the road.
We came across this and we thought this would be a fantastic opportunity to write on one of the busiest roads that come in and out of Southport, Preston.
This property is destined to be a second 7-bedroom version of their Southport original.
I think the biggest problem was that their desire for world domination drove them to be great on the bigger picture and not that great at the detail.
Now we are 4 weeks away from opening here, so it's no rush because it's 24 hours in a day. That's 3 working days in a day.
He found it boring, the detail. He wanted it to wave a wand and it all to work. Well, I'm that detail person. Actually, I came along at just the right time for them.
I've got full confidence. Watching out with the spoons. Well, put the bed there, put the 50-inch telly there.
No, I think you should put the telly on an arm there. That's too far away from the bed. Unless they've got a bloody Jodrell Bank microscope. So I want it done like smart. Anyway, so this is
Let's not argue about the telly.
I'm not arguing about the telly. That's not an argument. That's just making a decision. Telly.
All right.
That's what you should write
what
on the
I'm
wall
saying
here.
is, what I'm
you should
saying
just put television there.
Who wants to put a television there?
Well, if you're lying in bed there.
Right, listen to me, just listen. I don't want to argue again, right? The king-size bed's going there, super king-size. The 50-inch telly's going there. So it's not too far away, because you're not looking at a 28-inch, you're looking at a 50-inch telly, right?
I'm sure you've got a fetish for arguments. You can't go throughout the day without having an argument.
I told you.
It's a fetish.
You need to calm down.
Whilst John and Mel's fiery relationship might not have changed...
Oh, God, wind your neck in.
At this venue, they're planning an addition by offering the most important meal of the day, something they've not tackled before now.
We're actually doing breakfast here. We feel like we can accommodate it because it's only 7 rooms, so possibly only 14 in one go breakfasts. I think Alex will be very surprised of how far we've come. Fingers crossed that she's pleased for us and she doesn't think we're running away with ourselves like she did last time.
Before seeing the new venue, I'm back at Peaky's Mark 1 in Southport to see how things are going there.
Well, his dominion has expanded, clearly, because this was where the charity shop was. If I'm not wrong, this was where he was going to put a chicken shop. It clearly isn't. It's clearly now a cocktail bar. Looks great in there. I'm dying to hear about how it's going. Hello, hello.
All right, Alex.
Lovely to see you, Alex.
Hi, darling.
How are you?
Good. So, give me the gossip. How's it all been going here?
Oh, it's been brilliant, to be honest, Alex.
Yeah?
Oh, God, yeah, we've got so much to show you. We didn't open the chicken shop.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw it's now a cocktail bar.
And we've extended.
Instead of the trendy tapas restaurant, the bar was made bigger.
So the bar's still going well?
Absolutely, yeah.
And how are the rooms going?
Really well.
We do get better rates at the weekend, probably averaging 125 on a
Gosh.
Saturday.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
This looks great, you know.
Thank you.
It's really exciting to come here and see what you've managed to achieve in here. So can we go and have a look next door?
Yeah, absolutely,
I'd love
Alex.
to see.
Their new cocktail lounge has access from the main bar, but cleverly has its own entrance for the glitterati of Southport looking for something a little stronger than the ales on offer next door.
Oh, look at this! Oh my gosh, you designed it.
Me.
Did you, darling? It's fab. I love it.
You've actually made the formula.
Well, it works for you, and you've made it work, and you know, I'm so pleased. So the extended bar, now Churchtown, which is how many miles up the road?
1.8.
So near. Oh, I'm longing to see it.
Let's go.
To start to build an empire at John's age is not an easy task, and it counts on a lot of different aspects, just all the stars being perfectly aligned. You know, John is that character that has a lot of ideas and a lot of energy and really drives something forward, and it's really impressive.
I've returned to Southport after a year and a half to see how hoteliers John, Mel and Rob have fared, only to find a second venue down the road in Churchtown 4 weeks away from opening. John's giving me a grand tour that feels an awful lot like déjà vu.
So this is the new one.
This is it. A lot of work going into it. As you can see, we are days away from opening, so we're on time.
Honestly,
Yeah,
darling.
we've got it all organised.
Will you show me the rooms, darling?
Absolutely. The decor.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, well, we're going posher this time.
It's hard to imagine. Yeah, I'm going to have to use my imagination.
That's right,
Go on.
yeah. Well, you're very good at that. So.
Yeah.
And this is the ensuite toilet.
Like last time.
Exactly the same, yeah, inside.
Where's the light switch going to be, John?
Well, I'm going to try and put it there. Let me just check. Yeah, it will be going there.
Very nice, darling. I mean, anyone else, I would come to this site and you'd tell me I've got people booked in 5 weeks' time.
Yeah.
And I might feel a little nervous, but with you, I just think, oh, well, yes.
It will be done, but I'm feeling a bit nervous myself when I walk on. I think I'm...
Let's go downstairs and warm up a bit. Yeah, thanks, darling.
All very exciting, but knowing this pair, there's always something else bubbling away.
Gosh, well, you've given yourself... Hi, darling.
Hi.
You've given yourselves quite a mountain to climb, let's put it that way.
We certainly have, yeah.
But anyway, so what else has been going on?
Well, we have 9 weeks ago opened another Peaky Blinders in Liverpool. I don't know if you know about that.
In between this one, it come up and we had to drop everything here to go there.
This bar near the docks of Liverpool is taking their brand experience to a whole new level.
It's absolutely huge. 800 capacity.
Oh my gosh, how exciting.
Yeah.
And Liverpool, which
Yeah.
is, I love that city.
Yeah. It's quite emotional when you go and you turn the corner and you see all these people queuing, waiting to go in, and it's all lit up.
But that's not the end of it.
What next? Well, these are the plans for the building that's directly behind.
Yeah.
It's got a potential for 90 rooms.
Oh my God. You remember I said that you weren't really hoteliers? This will be...
Well, now we're trying to make ourselves one now.
Oh my gosh.
That's the building.
Oh my, lovely. Please possibly allow yourselves more than a week a room on that one. Yeah?
Leaping to a 90-bedroom hotel is a world apart, and I want this pair to finesse their brand offering before growing much more, as one area of their business still worries me.
I mean, I did have a look at your reviews.
Yeah.
And something that's come up quite a lot is the moan about breakfast. I know that in your covenant for here, you've got to do food.
Yes.
And so presumably you're going to do breakfast.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What were you thinking of doing at breakfast?
Traditional English, it's got to be, hasn't it? And then obviously continental.
I thought it was worthwhile us exploring what those options were together, which I think would be useful not only for here, but for anything you do going forward. And certainly the more rooms you have, the more you want to make sure you don't fuck up your calculations, because otherwise you can lose your shirt.
We're going backwards,
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm concerned that John and Mel are planning these breakfasts without enough thought. And with their rooms due to open in 4 weeks, I hope I can help them avoid a critical error on a bigger scale.
They don't quite understand yet what a step up it will be. I do think it's key that they get their heads around the food offering, because, as I'm always saying to people, up and down the country, you get it wrong, you stand to lose a packet.
But get it right and you can make a packet.
Ta-da! So this is a little something I prepared earlier.
Yes.
And I've fully costed out 3 options. Here we have a grab and go option.
Yeah.
Here we have a continental breakfast option, and here we have the full traditional English fry-up. Which of these do you think is the most expensive in ingredient terms?
I would say this.
I'll go for the full English.
Well, your wonderful, beautiful girlfriend is correct. This is the most expensive option. I am allowing your guests £5 against their room rate to breakfast. You have 3 piles in front of you. So could you take 146 out of this pile and put it in the bowl, and 143 out of that pile, and 125 out of that pile?
Ironically, the basic grab-and-go bag comes in the priciest. But what happens when we deduct VAT from their potential profit?
Unfortunately, these two both attract 83p VAT. So do you want to take out 83p, please? You'll be glad to know that there's no VAT chargeable on this, partly because it's cold, and secondly, it's also designed to be eaten off-site.
Right.
By creating an option that is not vatable, it suddenly seems a more attractive proposition. And that continues with 10% wastage on fry-ups and continental breakfasts, but none for the grab-and-go.
OK, then we, of course, have the very expensive staffing costs.
I've allowed a junior member of staff half an hour to assemble 14 bags at 28p a bag. The continental option needs someone to man it, so that's £1.14. And the chef required for the fry-up means it costs a hefty £2.71 per breakfast. Finally, we come to the overheads such as gas and electricity.
Whether you are cooking or not, with either of these, you're going to have to run a dishwasher.
Yeah.
Yeah? So, on the basic fry-up, that's 17p. Oh dear, you have no money left.
I'll have to put to it.
Yeah. This is 12p and this is 5p. So do you want to take, well, chuck all that in. I mean, that and you'll minus already. Basically, what you should have.
Yeah.
On this one, you should be left with £1.34.
Yeah.
On this one, you've got a 9
Minus.
pence loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this becomes something that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
It's just such a shame because it looks so nice.
The moment that you start doing hot food, there is so much wastage and you have all the nightmare of dealing with chefs. With this option, although it's by far the most expensive in ingredients terms, you're left with £3.20 profit.
Yeah.
So after a slow start, the grab-and-go bag stands to make Mel and John an easier profit compared to a potential loss for the fry-up. But I think that for this empire-building couple, the bigger picture will have more of an impact.
So imagine we're talking about this on a 90-bedroom hotel. Yeah?
Yeah.
Even on 50% occupancy, I'm just going to do a few calculations. On the grab-and-go bag. So, £3.21 by 90 rooms. That is the profit you'd be making. £105,000 on a 90-bedroom hotel at 50% occupancy.
That's my
Which
kind of
is
figure.
a lot of money to make on a little paper bag and no bloody employees.
Yeah.
Basically. No hassle.
Yeah.
No headache.
So that's a no-brainer, Alex, isn't it? Really?
It is a no-brainer. With the fry-up, you would lose almost £3,000 a year.
There's no point. What for?
Even if they charged £8, which is the average spend on a hotel breakfast, they'd stand to make £25,000 less than the speedy option for much more work.
I take a deep breath before plunging into the world of hot-cooked food.
Yeah.
You know, it's really important to work it out before you get 90 bedrooms. Yeah. The devil, my dear, is in the detail.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it looks like everyone's getting a bag and go.
It looks like everyone's getting a bloody muffin and a banana.
And if they follow my advice, a humble pastry and piece of fruit could prove the difference between their business staying small or blossoming into the empire they dream of.
I hope it's been useful.
Okay.
A little something for you to think about.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Positive.
All right, darlings. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. It was a good lesson.
I think she's a little bit proud of us, love.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
I think she is as well.
Yeah, good.
It is hard to believe that they've only been in business a year and a half. They have done so much, so quickly and so well.
It is worth paying attention to the details, and that's what we're going to do from now on.
She's given us the confidence even before we go home and discuss it.
Yeah.
She's made me feel like I want to do more.
Back in 2009, the Swan was an unrated 15-bedroom hotel in rural Norfolk. For almost 500 years, the hotel had bedded, fed and watered the people of the market town of Harleston. But its future was now in serious doubt.
Good afternoon to you, the Swan Hotel in Harleston. I'm sorry about the delay there. How can I help?
After a successful career in hotel management, including 20 years as a manager for the Forte chain, 58-year-old Robin Twigg branched out into hotel ownership, buying the Swan.
The Swan to me is my life. I still find it amazing to think that I'm sat here now with this little hotel, which I love to bits.
But the hotel had never turned a profit in 8 years and was going down the Swanee.
We have got rooms, sir. There's no problems on that.
That was way back in 2009.
When I was last at the Swan 9 years ago, my main hurdle was that Robin saw himself as an innkeeper rather than as a hotelier. I felt as if rooms were the very poor relation to the bar.
It's looking dire. I'm in a lost situation and it hurts me.
He'd really taken his eye off the ball in the restaurant. He had a 30-item menu, which, considering he only got 30 diners a week, seemed rather excessive. And the rooms, I mean, he barely ever went into the rooms, and I thought that they showed a real lack of love.
We've been running at about 25–26% on 15 rooms, which is A1 appalling.
I'm really fond of Robin Twigg as a person, but I was frustrated by the fact that he'd been really well trained in the hospitality industry and knew everything, but just found it impossible to put into practice.
It was in early 2009 I arrive as Robin's last chance of salvation. It's my mission to reverse the fortunes of the ailing hotel.
I have no fear of Alex coming here. The royal visit.
Well, here I am outside the Swan. I never understand why people don't get how important the first impression is. Everything should be absolutely sparkling clean, immaculate, instead of fly-speckled and vaguely grimy.
So far, it's more ugly duckling than elegant swan.
Mr. Twig.
Good afternoon, welcome.
Hi, I'm Alex Polizzi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
The first thing is to interrogate Robin to find out where it's all going wrong.
You had 2 other hotels before, which failed.
They didn't, yes, no, they didn't fail.
OK, what happened to them?
Cash flow with the banks.
They obviously weren't very successful businesses.
Yes, they were.
Right. Partly. And the other part?
The same problem that I have here. I seem to fail on accommodation and food sales.
Well, what is left? If you were poor on accommodation and food sales, what were you great on?
Bar.
Where do you spend most of your time?
Everywhere and nowhere.
Do you look at rooms?
Not as often as I should.
When's the last time you checked a room, Robin, you personally?
I never check them.
No wonder your accommodation sales are parlous, because it seems to me you're not very interested in your accommodation side. You're more interested in the bar side, clearly.
You're right.
Good. I like being right so early on.
To get a better understanding of what customers experience, I'll stay the night. Robin's elected to put me in room 1.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Yes, your key.
Thank you very much.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, not for the moment. I'm just going to have a look around. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man.
OK,
Cheers.
bye, Robin.
Bye.
Thanks. OK, well, nice big bed. It's a fairly nice, basic room. Well, you know, it doesn't cost much to replace a rubber plug. I think that's a bit manky. The grouting all needs a bit of attention, and someone's obviously damped the wood down and it's peeling. All in all, I'd give this about a 4 out of 10. Oh my God, it's just gone down to about a 2 out of 10. Oh! Man wee mark.
Room 1's decor is a little off-target, to say the least, but I'm anxious to explore more of the hotel.
Look at this carpet. I mean, it's ridiculously threadbare. It has no place in the hotel corridor.
The next room I check out is room 7, which is under renovation.
I mean, I do know that builders are messy, but this goes beyond messy. This is a problem of Robin's. I mean, how can you leave out towels and duvets and a carpet to get mullered? This shows how disorganised Robin is about everything, and I think that if this is his level of attention and care for the rooms, we've just got such a long way to go.
Robin's lack of attention to detail seems to be a recurring theme at the Swan. Downstairs in the sanctuary of his bar, he is concerned about what I have in store tomorrow.
I'm a little bit apprehensive, and I don't know what else she's going to find. I have no idea, and I'm scared.
Nine years ago, I visited the historic Swan Hotel in Harleston, Norfolk.
The hotel was opened in about 1551. So there's been landlords come and go, and I'm quite proud to say that I now would have owned it 8 years.
But in that time, the Swan's owner, Robin Twig, has failed to turn a profit.
Give me some more business, give me some more business.
The restaurant is empty and the hotel rarely more than a quarter full. In desperation, Robin calls on my help.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Over breakfast, I check out the unsuccessful restaurant's menu.
There's 30 items on this menu, and he only has 20 to 30 customers a week. This menu is definitely too big for how many customers he has. It's just not possible that he has all these things in fresh. So it's not exactly aiming for quality again, is it?
On top of a food offering desperately in need of attention, the accommodation also seems to be on Robin's back burner. I go in search of Sally, the housekeeper, to see exactly how involved he gets.
Don't go away.
Oh, sorry.
I want to talk to you. I've come looking for you.
Right.
Robin doesn't have much to do with the rooms.
He does. Oh, no, not with the rooms as such.
And the communication is good between you?
If you can get him still long enough, yeah.
I'm irritated by Robin's apparent lack of interest in two main parts of his business. So, time to read him the riot act.
Well, look at the state of the work here. You know, it's not a great way to run a refit, is it?
No.
Who's responsible for that?
Sally.
Bullshit. You never saw the towels and the duvet?
I did, I just ignored it.
Thank you. So whose fault is it?
Mine.
Thank you.
Do you know they talk about the pyramid of authority, don't they? Well, I've got a theory. It goes the other way. It's like a sieve, and all the dirt goes to the bottom, and it doesn't matter what it is, it finishes back in my dirty basket.
Oh, well, of course it does. You're the boss. And the drubbing isn't going to stop there. So, what I found when I came in here was something that I really didn't expect, which is that instead of being a hotelier, you've really just become a pub landlord. I feel incredibly frustrated with you because I can imagine that I'm going to have a relationship with you where you're going to say, Alex, you're right, you're right, you're right. And I'm going to come back, and in 3 weeks, that bloody bit of copper piping will still be leaning up against the wall.
No, it'd be bent. I promise you that I won't be a yes man.
I don't want you to be, because I would like us to fight things out and to actually find a way for this to get better. I've thrown down the gauntlet. Robin must decide what he is, a hotelier or a publican. He needs to take control of the restaurant and take responsibility for the cleanliness and upkeep of the hotel.
She's punched me in the gut by saying, are you a publican or are you a hotelier? It's like having a family in a way and having 3 children. And what I've done is to look after one, which is obviously shining through with good grades, and I've let the other 2 children the food, and particularly the accommodation, slip away. And she hit a nerve. She definitely hit a nerve.
A week later, and my painful home truths have made an impact on Robin. His first step is to reacquaint himself with the neglected bedrooms and public spaces.
I've got to up my personal pride and improve my attitude towards hotel and make sure the bedrooms are right. Check the glasses, see what they're like. Not bad. Wow. That's good. Very good. I'm impressed too, again, with the dust. There's a mark there. I was staying at a hotel at the weekend. I was not impressed. I was sat on the loo, as you do, and I looked down and there was spots, and I thought, hello.
3 weeks after my last visit, I'm back to see if Robin's Swan is paddling in the right direction.
Ooh, this is looking much better, and this has all been cleaned up, basically. Good.
Now I'm ready to reveal to Robin my plan to take the business forward. But first, he owes me an answer.
I asked you at the end of my last visit whether you wanted to be a hotelier or a publican. I think you should answer me that now.
You hurt me, and you know you hurt me. I'm a hotelier all the way through to my heart. Okay, and last time you shocked me.
In a bid to improve his restaurant offering, Robin has worked with his chef to reduce his cumbersome menu.
I would like to help you by tarting it up in there a bit for you.
For my restaurant?
Yes.
Oh, please.
I would also like to ask you, how do you feel about trying to go down the accreditation route? No other hostelry in the area is accredited around here. So I think if someone's looking for somewhere to stay, it would be immensely helpful to you to have some...
I think it's a brilliant idea. Let's go for it.
Yeah?
Yep.
I believe a newly renovated restaurant, coupled with a new shorter menu, will help bring in customers and money. And a rating will make the Swan stand out from the crowd and boost the hotel's dismal 25% occupancy. A week later, the Swan Hotel is being given a facelift. To freshen up the bar and restaurant, I've arranged for the 2 rooms to get sandblasted. In just 1 week's time, a launch party will celebrate the new look restaurant and menu, although a beach party is looking more likely.
I've never seen so much dirt and dust in my life. There is going to be a new personality in the place. It's going to be a bit posh. It's going to be more like a hotel. Hello. Yes, my name's Robin Twigg from the Swan Hotel in Harleston.
Next, Robin turns his attention to the relaunch. Time to drum up interest.
Table for 12? Yeah, with pleasure. That's a bit of a surprise for me. That's very nice.
A week later, and the relaunch is fast approaching. I've arrived to check progress. The renovations are far from complete, but the beams and brickwork have been given a new lease of life.
Robin, this is wonderful.
Hello, Alice. How are you?
I can't believe it.
Isn't it fantastic? It's absolutely outstanding.
Darling, just the carpet.
Over the moon with it. Absolutely amazing.
Now it's just a cut above, isn't it?
It's a hotel.
It is a hotel.
Glad to come through here.
Thank you. Matching carpet everywhere. It's a miracle. So thrilled, I can't tell you.
Yeah. Cold shivers are running down my back when the excitement of seeing you pleased with the project, as I am.
Good.
Yeah, definitely, I feel that. Yeah.
It's the day of the opening for the New Look restaurant, and I'm mucking in. There's a lot of work to be done if the Swan's to be ready for its grand reopening. It's not long before Robin is ducking from one job to the next as workmen busy themselves around him.
Abracadabra.
Right, well, it's now 10 to 10, and Robin, as usual, is here, there and everywhere like a jackrabbit. I mean, I need to tie him to me to actually try and get one task done at a time. The bar isn't fully set up yet, it's half set up. As the restaurant's half set up, we are running out of time, and I don't know how to kind of concentrate his mind. I need you to be able to do one thing at a time, and at the moment, you're not capable of doing that.
As the clock ticks towards 12, the hotel begins to look ready.
Here we go again.
Robin's busy preparing the new pared-down menus.
There's the menu, as you can see it.
Lovely.
Are you impressed?
It just looks so much more up to date, and it looks like somewhere that you know...
A hotel, not a pub.
Minutes before anyone arrives, and the Swan's spruce-up is finally complete. And the uninspiring country pub-style restaurant has had a sandblast, bringing life to the beams and brickwork. This is an establishment an owner can be proud of. The restaurant has more bookings in the next 2 hours than it usually has in a whole week, so this will be a challenge. But as the guests begin to order, the new menu is going down well.
It's more like a hotel menu rather than just a pub lunch menu.
Presentation looks a lot better.
And the renovations have gone down a storm.
I think it looks wonderful, really nice. The beams are lovely, it looks like a new pub. I didn't recognise it really.
So far, so good, it seems. I think everyone's going to be very happy when they actually get their food, so I'm happy.
But as the orders mount, so does the pressure backstage in the kitchen.
That's duck.
Yes. The omelette, this is had one, yeah.
It's all right, darling, it's a new dish. We should have briefed you beforehand.
Fortunately, while the kitchen was paddling like mad, the front of house remained graceful enough for the guests to be impressed.
Lunch was absolutely lovely. I mean, just the whole look of it.
Very enjoyable, really tasty, nice piece of duck.
With the launch a success, my attention turns to the forthcoming assessment.
Now, so we've done this first part of climbing the mountain. The second part, of course, is getting you your 3 stars. I don't think you're quite aware, but, you know, this inspection could happen any time between now and my next visit. Any guest who walks in through those front doors to stay at your establishment could be an inspector, and it would be awful if it all fell down at the last hurdle.
Back in 2009, I was trying to transform the Swan from lame duck to successful hotel.
Would you like a newspaper or anything?
Newspaper, please.
Yeah.
The Swan's owner, Robin Twigg, has made the move from publican to hotelier.
I'm a hotelier, all the way through to there.
The last element of my plan is to get the Swan in Norfolk a much-needed star rating, and the official assessment is imminent.
Oh, they painted the door, that's very good. Much better. In here, this room, I I don't see why we shouldn't pass.
Robin will find out his fate sooner than he thinks. Tonight, an assessor has anonymously booked in. She won't reveal her true identity until checkout tomorrow morning. In that time, she'll experience the hotel and what it has to offer undercover.
Good evening. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting.
It's all right, no worries.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Newspaper in the morning or?
No, I'm fine.
No?
No, actually, I will, yeah.
Anyone call or are you all right?
No, 7:30 actually, because I can't get a signal on my phone.
Absolutely.
The Swan will be rated on the quality of its decor, fixtures and fittings. The assessor will also judge the general cleanliness, hospitality, service and breakfast provided.
Come in. Any problems you want, give us a call down at reception and we'll be at the back. Okay, pleasure. Thank you.
3 stars now hang on the verdict of one woman.
I had a good night's sleep. The only slight problem, from my point of view, is that the duvet cover hasn't been changed.
It's not a good start.
Hello.
Morning again. Go check out, please.
Bless you. Room 10. Did you get your newspaper?
I didn't. I've forgotten all about that. Actually.
Sorry about that.
The errors are piling up, and not having the bill ready in advance is just making the situation worse.
9, £69 exactly. Is that right for you?
Thank you. I do need to have some of your time, though, because I'm actually the assessor from Visit England.
Oh, yeah. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Now Robin must tour the rooms with the assessor.
So this is
Thank you.
room 1.
Downstairs, I've returned.
Just occasionally to...
Yeah, I can see it.
It's quite dusty down there.
Yeah, I can see that. Another place to look for in future.
Is there anywhere to actually plug that light in if you wanted to use it?
No, that's what I just looked at.
The assessor has scrutinised the hotel from top to bottom, and now it's judgment time.
The rooms themselves, obviously, some are better than others because you're still in the process of doing some of them. And then checkout. I thought all of the bill should already have been made out. I thought to start sort of adding it all up and taking bits away and working out what was what at that stage was not
I
good.
checked all the bills, but for some reason I missed yours. And your newspaper.
Actually, in fairness to you, I'd forgotten all about my newspaper, but when you said about my newspaper, it also reminded me that I didn't get my 7:30 call either. But, I mean, you know, don't be disheartened. This is not about sort of trying to pull you down. This is all about constructive criticism.
So, where do we stand?
Well, I think that you just about achieved 3-star.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Thank you.
Done it.
So, Robin, happy as I am that we've got our 3 stars, I have to say I'm really disappointed by the number of errors. All these things are, you know...
Basic, and I agree.
Really basic.
I just felt such a prat.
It's because you're doing so many things at once. And like I said from the beginning, you need to kind of slow down and be a bit more managerial. Do you think, from the beginning of this process, that you're doing better than you were before?
In every aspect, the accommodation's picked up, the food's picked up, the atmosphere within the hotel has picked up. It's enhanced the pride that I have in the place even more.
Thank you, but I'm very, very proud of you, and I really congratulate you.
It's not me, it's everybody. It's been a team effort, and that's important, as you've taught me. I'm proud, I'm really proud, due to your contribution and bullying. That's not
very
quite...
honest. Bye, Robin.
That day when she reminded me that I was more of a publican, it was a real wake-up call. Now I'm much more back on track of being a proper hotelier, and that's the way I want to go forward, as a proud hotelier. Yep, I mean that. Thank you.
A whole full 9 years later, I've come back to Harleston to see if business is thriving. Has the Swan become a dead duck, or has Robin learnt to pay attention to all facets of his business at once?
Madam, good afternoon and welcome. Is it raining? Since Alex was here last, we have taken the hotel inspector with us. I know we have, because people still come here to see it. People come and see me, for some reason. Think I'm a nutcase. Boom! We are slowly refurbishing our bedrooms. I think generally we have improved in all areas, but not enough, because I'm greedy.
It seems Robin is trying harder to keep across all elements of his hotel.
So now I've got to wait for housekeeping to come down with their list, which I'll do. Now I've got to go and clear breakfast. I need to go and clear breakfast.
He also has renewed momentum for the business, and for good reason.
Vicky, my partner, she became involved about 18 months, 2 years ago. And she's been an inspiration on the place. Absolutely, deserves a lot of credit. She's driving me.
If I get my mind on something that I think will work, I push and push and push him, and I think he just gives in.
Is there anything I'm supposed to do?
Where should we start?
But one of the biggest changes since my last visit is to an old storeroom, which has been converted into a new piano bar.
Grand piano, which I bought new, which people were a bit surprised that I didn't go looking for a second-hand one or a dodgy one off the back of a lorry. We do evenings, we do everything from funerals, christenings, weddings. It's very popular for posh weddings.
Back at the Swan in Harleston after 9 years. My memories of Robin are that he was a very charming procrastinator of Olympic standards.
Oh, they didn't use the towels. What did they wash with? That's strange.
He knew what he should have been doing, he just wasn't capable of doing it.
No dead bodies? No. I'm quite curious to see what Alex thinks, because I think she might get a bit of a surprise. I'm hoping that she's going to, and that's another reason I'm looking forward to seeing Alex back here. She's going to say, oh, gosh, this has gone on, and I'm still in business, and I'm still here.
9 years is a long time, even in ordinary life. It's even longer in hotel years. It's like dog years. You know, you've really got to change and adapt to stay relevant. Just from a cursory glance, look at this menu board box. Look at the blackboard. Doesn't look like a lot has changed here, so I mean, my hopes are fading for what I'll find inside. Hello, sir.
Oh, Alex.
Hello, darling.
Gosh, how nice to see you.
How lovely to see you.
Gosh.
How are you?
Full of mischief, as always. And how are you?
Fine, 9 years older.
Yeah.
No wiser.
But you're looking good.
Oh, please, I look like an old dog.
No.
But this place is looking very spick and span. There was carpet before, wasn't there?
Yes, the carpet that you put down. We did it towards the end of last year.
So is the bar still doing really well?
Yes, it is.
You're still a publican?
I am. I'm still a publican. I regret it. I don't. I always say, as you know, I'm an innkeeper, and it is an inn.
But your food was popular too.
But yes, it's growing again. We had a very good December. Food is definitely, the growth in food is good, but it's not fast enough.
What we have to do is go and see the poor relation here, which is the rooms.
Yes, it is very poor.
Well, it's a mixed start. I just hope Robin impresses with his rooms.
Fine, thank you. Oh, well, I can spot a new carpet straight away. There's things I like about this room and things I don't.
Yeah.
As a hotelier, I just would never do this because I think it's just doesn't fit the kind of style of the place. I'm all for a colour, but I would have done it in cotton so that you can boil it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I love the wall colour. I love the curtains. It's a kind of modern brocade, isn't it? Which kind of goes with this period building.
I think modern things like televisions.
Ooh, television. Ooh, no one could say that. You're stuck in the past.
Yes, they're right in Harleston now.
Well, all 4 channels?
Well, no, I used to have those silly diddy ones.
About bloody time, Robin. What, is this it? This is the one room
No,
you've
no,
done?
no, we've started, we literally, room 1's next. And we've developed one of the rooms that you didn't see last time into a really successful piano bar.
More alcohol? then?
Yes, of course.
Oh, good.
Yes, and food.
Lead on. Let me see this miracle.
You will be impressed.
Let's hope, as whilst it's lovely to see Robin is still at the helm and that business has picked up, progress is slower than I would have expected after all this time.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Ooh, this is very nice.
Isn't it?
This is quite a different feel from next door. The black really works in here.
Yeah.
I mean, I love your white piano. Well, I must say, I think this is a wonderful addition. But food and drink has always been your kind of thing.
Yeah, oh yes, definitely.
So it's the rooms I'm really worried about.
And they are suffering.
With the bar still doing well, food on the up and his lovely new piano bar, Robin has made strides. But I've come prepared to help focus attention on the hotel side.
When I was here, you had an appallingly low occupancy. Has it managed to crawl up a little bit?
It has crawled up 10%, but not enough.
There's one big trick that Robin has totally missed that could help boost occupancy to where it should be.
One of the things that I would suggest to you, tentatively, that one of the reasons that your bookings are so terrible is that even a cursory glance at your website shows that it's really awful. So I'm suggesting that the way I can add value is on the website.
Oh, definitely, I agree.
But to do that first, I'd like to get some feedback on what people think about the current website, okay?
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's appalling. It's out of date.
I agree.
Sorry.
Let's go and do something about it.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, let's go. Yeah.
A striking 70% of hotel bookings are made online, and Robin's website has barely changed since I was here 9 years ago.
Come on.
Come on then. Let's go and ask your neighbours what they think, shall we?
Well, I'm embarrassed.
Good.
So a quick spot of market research should hit home just how poorly his hotel comes across.
Let's ask these guys. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Have you seen Robin's website?
Oh, yes, Robin.
This is his homepage. If you could describe it in one word, what would it be?
Dated.
Oh, thank you.
I think when you open a website, like for a hotel, the first thing you need to see is what your rooms look like.
Yeah, it's true.
I think we've made our point. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Here we go, in here. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
This is really embarrassing.
So this is Robin's homepage.
Yeah, it needs updating.
Would you think?
Maybe. Yeah,
Would
funny
you?
enough, we've just done a website. We had plenty of pictures.
Pictures tell 1,000 words, eh?
They do.
Hopefully that helps.
It does help.
Yeah, is that all good?
Yeah, thank you, darling.
No worries,
That's really
brilliant.
helpful.
Cheers.
Bye, darling.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Oh, what a laugh. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a question?
You may.
Can I ask you what you think of this website?
It's not going to slap me in the face, is it, really?
No.
I think it could just it does need a bit of a kick in the pants, Mr. Twig.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's universal. I think it's a truth universally acknowledged that your website needs some work.
Yes, I'll put my hands up.
Okay, so we're going to go in. I'm going to show you how easy it is to change your website. But before we do that, I've got one more really nice surprise for you. Come on.
Is it?
Come.
Is it really?
Yes, it really is.
But does my surprise leave Robin running for cover?
Robin, out the way.
I've returned to the Swan Hotel in Harleston after 9 years to check how business is going for owner Robin Twig.
This broke at the weekend and I did a Robin job. You can see I got some tie-backs and I need to really go out and buy a new complete part.
His occupancy levels could still do with improving, and I feel as the window to his business, his extremely outdated website is partly to blame.
Robin has to sell his rooms, his food, his bar. He wants to attract people to Harleston. He wants to give people reasons to come here. At the moment, he's doing all of those things very badly.
Thank you, your good health.
So I've taken it upon myself to invite local photographer Chris Taylor to show Robin how good photos of his hotel could help drive online bookings.
The images on his website are really old-fashioned and frankly quite unattractive. So I think the text needs a bit of updating, but it's mainly the pictures and the format of the website itself, the font, the background colour. I mean, pretty much everything, actually. Chris Taylor, Robin Twigg.
How do you do? Good to see you.
Chris is a photographer who I've asked to come along, take some new photos of the place to put into a new and improved website.
Thank you for the surprise.
What I would like to suggest is that I allow you to lead the process. We'll show Chris the downstairs, visualise some setups. We'll do downstairs first, and there's nothing on the website about
piano bar.
the piano bar, so I
isn't.
think that would be very nice. And then we'll get some new shots of rooms.
Yeah, excellent. I really appreciate this.
Is that okay?
Yes.
But you'll have to lead me too, because I'm not sure what you're looking for.
Yeah, we can do that.
Should we start in the bar?
Yes, let's.
After you, darling. Let's go. Despite his reservations, I'm pleased to see Robin leaping into the task at hand with both feet.
Obviously, the bar's very important to me, but what's particularly important, and I would like it in the shots, I need to real ales, because my real ales is a very high market.
Lovely. Good idea. I think...
I mean, what we could do is a shot with Luke
pouring another one.
welcoming out the bar, so that people always like to see a friendly face at them.
Yes,
to the bar,
lovely.
so that might be nice.
Robin, out the way. But it doesn't take long before my natural instincts to take over kick in. Come back, darling, into position. Good.
That's great.
Just smiling widely.
That's
yes,
great.
that's
yeah,
nice.
and again, how you were, that's lovely.
That's very nice. Good.
That's great. Shows
And
the
you
range
look-
of beers,
and
shows
you
a
look
welcoming
smart.
face.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Lovely.
You got any teeth?
Excellent. Yeah, come on, show us some teeth. Otherwise, we'll send Robin round to tickle you.
Yeah.
And nobody wants that.
Okay, that's much better. Much, much better. Oh, gosh, they're posing beautifully. Oh, look. Yes, fantastic.
I can't see.
On to the piano bar, no time to
All right,
waste.
okay.
Have you
All
got
right.
the key?
Yes, I got
Let's
the key.
go.
Yep.
Robin's employee Frances tickles the ivories in the bar during functions, so we've roped her in to add flavour to the photos.
I think it's going really well. I mean, I think Robin, as usual, is entering into the spirit of it, and he's not holding back. I want to feel as if I come away having accomplished something. Quite honestly, anything that Robin can do to improve on his current website is going to help his bookings.
Now for the all-important rooms. Robin has only renovated one of them, but decent modern images of his existing stock will still look a lot better than what he currently has on his website.
Probably be tempted to move this table just so it's not in the corner of the
Fine.
frame, because I think the star of the shot here is the four-poster bed.
Okay, let's move this,
Yeah,
Robin.
with pleasure.
I think that lamp looks a bit odd
Yeah,
in that
I think
corner.
we-
Shall we move
so
it
we've got
in? If we
options, we
move
can-
it this way a bit, Robin?
Yeah.
That's much better. Okay, that looks nice.
I'm going to push the button, please.
No, too late.
okay, you do the next
too
one.
late, too late.
You always win.
Lovely, well done. Thank you
you.
very much. Let's go, come on.
All right. Bless.
Robin's outdated website does his hotel no favours whatsoever, but he's been scared by the complexity of changing his website in the past.
I know it's been out of date. I've been concerned, very concerned about costs. You're right, it is your shop window.
Yeah.
And it's time that I brought myself up to date.
Now we're armed with Chris's amazing photos, I want to show Robin how easy it can be.
This is a basic template,
Yep.
and it allows us to put in things that we want to do.
These days, website builders offer templates that allow even technophobes like Robin and I to get a website up and running in a matter of hours. It's user-friendly and cost-effective, and I believe a good website will increase Robin's online bookings.
I'm using all your text.
Yep.
And right-click and paste. And there is your very own text sitting in this box.
Gosh.
So we just want to add some images.
Yeah.
We're going to click 1, 2, 3. Add to gallery. Done. And there
Gosh.
they are. You really need to have much more information about what there is to do here. And you're so embedded in the community here.
Yeah.
And somehow that isn't anywhere visible on your website.
To reflect the history of the hotel and to complement the glossy new photos, I found a beautiful black and white image showing the Swan as the centre of the community to use as Robin's homepage.
This looks like the font's nicer. It looks like a proper modern, up-to-date, considered, carefully considered website. And I think you cannot afford to not have that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not pretending that this is, you know, like wave my magic wand and press a button.
Really?
No. I am wonderful, but I'm not magical.
Gosh. Some people think you are. Others don't.
I've never met anyone who doesn't.
Oh, really?
Apart from my husband. But with this, it becomes a much less daunting prospect because you're always worried about the financial implications.
Yeah, and the complications.
And this is actually neither complicated nor expensive. So hopefully, I've demystified the whole thing a little bit.
You have, greatly so.
And
embarrassed me equally.
Good. Then my job here is done.
I don't think so, ever. You know, I've got to do it now.
Bye, Robin.
Bye-bye.
I hope it isn't another 9 years till I see you again.
No, and I'd like to say thank you on behalf of the hotel and myself for what you've done this second visit. It's been very enjoyable.
Thank you.
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right, my darling. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Cheers.
It's been a real pleasure to see Robin again. I always have a laugh with him. He's charming, if somewhat frustrating, because you know, the rate of change here is glacial. But he's dedicated his life, really, to this industry. He's embedded in the community, and no one has anything but good to say about him. And I think at his age and stage, that's a real compliment.
It was wonderful to see Alex again. It was warmer than I expected, because she was quite complimentary this time. I feel quite proud, to be honest. Proud that A, she's come back, Alex, and the way the hotel is going. It is definitely getting better.
I hope today has given him confidence to start tackling the very big elephant in the room, which is his appalling footprint on the internet, and makes him appreciate just how important it is for him to pay that some attention.
I am most grateful that she's now smacked me in the face, as it were, and brought me back into the 22nd or 21st century, how important the website is from the point of view of the shop window. She's shown me how simple it can be, and so there's no excuse whatsoever of me putting it right myself.
Back in 2011, the Who'd Have Thought It was an 8-bedroom, 4-star guest house and restaurant located in the Kent village of Grafty Green. It was run by 45-year-old Joe Mallet.
Oh, it's incredibly well balanced. Yeah, I think that's a winner.
Under the watchful eye of Mum Joan, he was a man with a taste for the finer things in life.
It would be an incredibly sad life if there was no champagne.
Joe had turned his parents' traditional pub into a champagne and oyster bar, and the rooms reflected his own personality. He'd created Grafty Green's answer to the Playboy Mansion.
Some of them are very sexy, yeah. This is my latest creation, so to speak. This is the Veuve Clicquot Champagne and Shoes Room. I just love shoes. I love buying shoes, and I love buying women's shoes as well. I probably would be quite a wealthy man had I not spent it all on women's shoes. Not for myself, obviously. Lots of erotic art, as you can see. Cost us £5 just for that table. I thought it's just a must for this room. Just think it sets it off lovely. Oh, there is a mirror on the ceiling, actually, a bit of a 70s throwback.
Well, that was in 2011, and back then, although the bar and restaurant trade was doing all right, Joe's performance in the bedrooms was decidedly limp.
I first went to the Who'd Have Thought It, I was there, I think, mainly because they were desperate to increase their occupancy. It was a very odd layout. The establishment was based around a kind of traditional country inn that was serving really good food with a great wine list. And then they looked like a whole load of shipping containers plonked down in a field that were decorated in, to my eyes, a very bizarre way. It was quite an unusual hotel. It was like nowhere I've ever stayed before or since.
Our occupancy rates at the moment, yeah, they're really quite low at the moment. They're probably no more than 30%.
I wouldn't say business is good at all. It's a fight, isn't it, now to keep going.
Joe is absolutely charming, stubborn as a mule. In those days, it wasn't often that I fought as much as I fought with him. I mean, we bumped heads good and proper. I found his management style completely unacceptable. And I know that it was incredibly important to his mum, to Joan, that Joe, or Joey as she called him, was there to keep on running the family business.
When Joey is good, he's very, very good. And when Joey's bad, he's horrid.
Joan the Moan. She's my mother, and I suppose, you know, they just do like to nag, and that's what they do best.
He's my son, so I take responsibility for him. I've just let him get away with being a playboy for too long, really.
With customers hard to find, Joan was worried Joe's champagne lifestyle could make the business go pop. That's when I entered the picture. And to find out where Joe and the Who'd Have Thought It were going wrong, I stayed the night.
Joe?
Hi, Alex.
So nice to meet you.
To impress me, Joe has chosen his pride and joy, the £300 a night champagne and shoes suite.
What's Daisy, then?
Well, Daisy, that's originally all the names of kind of aunts, etc. when my mother first did it 20-odd years ago.
Inside, it's enough to make Aunt Daisy blush.
Ooh, it's rather special. Did you do this yourself, or did you have someone help?
Yeah, all my own designs. Obviously, I must have a hidden talent. Obviously, you've got a big round cowhide bed, a 4-man hot tub, 2 tellies, a 50-inch and a 42.
And there's a pole?
Yeah, there is a dance pole, but I just tell people that's for support of the roof.
OK.
OK, enjoy.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
darling.
The question is, are Joe's risque design skills as seductive as he thinks?
I don't know, this whole room feels very late 80s to me. Kind of flash, loads of money.
Well, I'm hoping she's going to be quite happy with the rooms. You know, she might want to decorate some of her hotel rooms like it, I'm sure. I don't want her to plagiarise my ideas.
All the empty champagne bottles doesn't really do it for me. You'd have to like cow for a start, because there's so much hide. You couldn't sell this room to a prudish vegetarian, could you? Feels a little bit tacky, seedy.
She could say anything, couldn't she? But I'm quite looking forward to a bit of input. I've got broad shoulders.
Why on earth is there a mirror on this door? Aha, so you can see yourself from every angle. Oh dear, I think I'm too old for all of this.
Next door, the decor's also more cheek than chic, housing Joe's personal collection of erotic art.
Oh, look, a bottom. A breast. You know, goodness sake, we're all over that, aren't we? Obviously, Joe doesn't have very much imagination, because I think it's all a bit obvious. And I imagine if you're coming and spending quite a considerable amount of money every night, you'd want it a bit more upmarket than this. Frankly, it just turns me off.
But not all the rooms at the Who'd Have Thought It are quite so titillating.
Aha, this must be the Marie Antoinette suite. God, it's a bit old and tired, but I think it's a bit less controversial.
I did give my mother a free hand to just do a little room if she wanted to do. Not my favourite room, but, you know, no more. I will be designing all the rooms from now on.
Well, I'm retiring to my 4-person hot tub to ponder the scale of the task ahead.
Joe seems like a typical 80s good time boy to me, and I'd like to know really what his commitment to the business is, what his work ethic is, you know, what he's prepared to do to keep this place going.
Over 7 years ago, I came to the rescue of a uniquely themed 8-bedroom hotel in Kent.
Well, hello. How you doing?
It was managed by flamboyant 45-year-old Joe Mallet on behalf of his mother, Joan. With the hotel's profits in the red, it's time to sit Joe down to present my plan of action. First, the confusing messages found at every corner.
I thought, in general, there's a big disconnect between the very traditional rooms that you haven't done up yet, that were your mum's rooms, and the rooms that are the more contemporary rooms. You've got your very smart new room panels, plus a room number, plus the old dog-headed room names. You have to decide whether you want to do the contemporary route, I'm assuming you do, and whether you're going to continue the erotic theme, which I suggest you don't.
And I hate going to a hotel where all the rooms are exactly the same.
So you want to do very different rooms?
So ideally, they've got to be different, yeah.
I think that you have to make the rooms each then a little bit more different than they are. Put a bit of class back into, so that people feel like they're getting something special.
And also I'm worried that, as a manager, Joe has lost his fizz.
I wonder if you've slightly lost your motivation.
Well, yeah, definitely I have, yeah. So it's been 23 years and you do kind of second recession you've been through, so yeah, I've lost motivation.
So being a good staff manager is incredibly important. It is good to keep people
informed.
Yeah, and to do that you need structure, and I feel like that's missing here.
Point taken.
I leave Joe with clear instructions on how to put the sparkle back into the business.
I can see great potential in this place as a restaurant with rooms, but to do that well is going to take some thought.
Then she was short and sharp to the point. Her bark is a lot worse than her bite, I'd say.
At the moment, I think the most important thing is that it goes back to the real core service values. Value for money, customer satisfaction. He gets his structure right to make sure he galvanises everything to achieve better things than he has in the last few years.
I asked Joe to tackle the hotel's identity crisis, a task he grabs with both hands.
My mother's aunts, all flowers, Daisy, Lily, Rose and Iris. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. She was always stubborn. I never knew there were so many. Come on. Oh, sorry, Dickie.
A few weeks later and I'm back. Joe's tidied up the exterior, so I now want him to continue the clean-up inside the rooms. I want to build on the hotel's unique style, but in order to help Joe attract the midweek business clientele, I'm planning something a little less in your face.
I don't think that most people find this necessarily acceptable in a hotel room. And as we're trying to just make sure that you're busier during the week, I want to broaden the appeal.
Okay.
I've come up with the idea of a kind of gentleman's club decorated room. And then the other idea is a kind of geisha theme, Japanese theme. So that it's a bit more glamorous, a bit more luxurious, a bit richer, sumptuous. All those are words that people like.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Let's go with it, because I think that could be a good idea.
While my design team get busy transforming 2 of Joe's bedrooms to appeal more to the midweek corporate market, I'm keen that Joe becomes a little more business-like too. I want him to get more hands-on with the day-to-day running of the hotel, starting with communicating better with the staff.
I always start off my week when I'm running a hotel with looking ahead at the diary and doing a little
When do you finish your week?
Well, I do a check every day. 7-day-a-week business, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I do usually a little chart, which I then update every day as to covers that I have booked, lunch and dinner every day, and rooms that I have out. So why don't we do that together?
OK, if you'd like to do that, yeah.
Well, how do you start your week? What do you do?
Well, obviously, we refer to the diary, see what bookings we've got in and how many rooms
It's
there
the
are.
thing of the flow of information, darling, that everyone knows exactly what which areas of the hotel are busy, which areas aren't.
Well, obviously, it's black and white. The chefs come and check the diary to see what they have to do for that week and for that day, and the same with the maids.
It doesn't seem like my words are getting through.
OK, well, I just think I'm just going to let you do it exactly as you've been doing it until now, because obviously you've been doing such a fucking amazing job that you don't need any help at all from me. You know, why don't you just give it...
Well, what are you trying to say, darling?
Because I'm just saying...
answering what you're saying.
No, I am saying that it is helpful to have on a chart for a week and some idea of when you're busy, when you're not. Of course, they can come and check the diary 6 times a day. I suggest that it's quite useful for people to know in advance how busy they're going to be and when they're going to be busy. It is just quite standard.
They know that because they have the diary, so they refer to.
I don't think that it's very good that staff have to keep coming back to a book to find out for themselves what is happening ahead. He should be communicating that to them. He should be in charge of the situation. Why would he not want to tell people what they should be concentrating on? Instead, he just leaves it all up to them. And that's why various aspects of this business are run so badly.
It's black and white there. Black and white there. Look what she's getting on.
You just said I don't see the point of that. They can come and look in the book.
Why should I do? What did you suggest I should do?
Or do a little chart for yourself about who covers morning and evening and rooms that are let, so that you're being a manager and handing down the information.
OK. With Joe seeming more on side, it's time for me to reveal my makeover to mother and son.
This is the traditional gentleman's club room.
To attract the midweek corporate market, I've taken one of the empty staff rooms and given it a classy gentleman's club theme. Still unique, but more in keeping with what business customers might expect.
I think it's just transformed it. It's amazing.
They're good. Love it.
Yeah.
The Red Room, once home to Joe's own erotic art collection, has also enjoyed an extensive facelift.
Very nice.
Which I hope you'll agree is, again, quite classy.
It's a tasteful Japanese geisha room, still sensual and exotic, but now palatable to both men and women.
The idea is that, again, it just shows you that when you do a theme, you have to really try and do it as nicely as you possibly can.
A bit more feminine, but still, yeah, good. Nice, clean lines. I like it.
Love it to bits.
Armed with his new, more corporate-friendly bedrooms, I want Joe to put together a midweek package deal to win more business.
I'd like you to put one package together specifically for corporate customers. It should include breakfast, and you should go and sell it to various companies and then invite them to an open day here. I'd like you to showcase everything that the Who'd Have Thought It has to offer. I'd like to see you being life and soul of the party, casting your bonhomie about the place.
Oh, that won't be a problem.
OK, good.
The big day has dawned and Joe is feeling confident.
Am I going to be worried? Not at all, no. I'm so used to doing events, so really is walk in the park.
I've returned to see if Joe is ready for the challenge.
This is a really big day for the Who'd Have Thought It. I hope Joe realises that and he has everything ready. And I hope he doesn't forget what it is that we're trying to achieve, which is to introduce the Who'd Have Thought It to some new potential business clients. Because if he doesn't, he's going to sink.
With the hotel and staff ready, it's time for Joe to face one of the biggest challenges of his management career.
OK, ladies, thank you for turning up to the Who'd Have Thought It experience. We're going to give you a glass of champagne and then we've got a little surprise for you to take you down to the Who'd Have Thought It, where we're going to show you some rooms and we'll have a little party.
With so much at stake, Joe's pulled out all the stops. He's decided his VIPs deserve some TLC. So he's arranged to meet his guests 2 miles up the road for a true who'd-have-thought-it surprise.
Your chauffeur's away.
Joe's guests will be transported to the hotel by a fleet of classic cars. And it's certainly got the ladies talking.
There's no back seat. Oh, there is no back seat on this one.
That's fine, thank you.
With his guests safely delivered to the hotel, I want to remind Joe of the importance of his role.
Now, Joe, remember these are your guests, so you can be the life and soul now.
Absolutely. Well, she has to complain about everything, doesn't she? But there's not really. I don't think there's anything she can really complain about. But she does like a moan, doesn't she? Let's be fair. I mean, you wouldn't want to live with her, would you?
But Joe may have taken my advice too literally as he puts his heart and soul into showing off his pride and joy.
Hello, Joe. This is our top suite. This is the champagne and shoes room.
I see why. I'm not so keen on that.
No, I know. Not a lot of people are. Maybe it's kind of...
It's not very businessy. No.
It's not very busy, but it does hold the building up nicely.
Right.
Fortunately, my newly designed business-friendly rooms ride to the rescue.
Yeah, the attention to detail. I mean, I love the little teapot with the cups and the little
Can kneel down
cushions
like they
you
do
can
in
go down
Japan.
there. Very nice indeed.
Good.
After the faltering start, Joe's charm seems finally to be shining through. He's following my advice, offering deals and impressing his guests.
Do you ever do an inclusive package?
If they wanted 2-course meal included, we can, not a problem to do that, to have a dinner, bed, breakfast package for them. It's not a problem at all.
But has Joe impressed the corporate clients enough to breathe new life into the who'd-have-thought-it?
I could easily see us booking in some rooms for people who've got further to travel and, you know, don't want to stay in a standard hotel. I absolutely love all the different styles of rooms. My particular favourite is the shoes and champagne room. That's really a bit naughty but very nice.
It looks as though Joe has pulled it off. The business guests are clearly impressed.
Now, I'm sure you want to tell me how ecstatically happy you are that I came here to help you
Alex,
so much.
I'm ecstatically happy you came.
Liar.
No, it's no.
That's true.
That's true. It got me out of the doldrums. It got me at it. It got me back to myself. Well, I'm really enthusiastic, and I think that's the most important thing. If I'm enthusiastic, everyone else is going to be enthusiastic.
Yeah, of course they are, Joe.
You're even making me smile as you say that. Look.
Yeah. And isn't he lovely when he's lovely?
I always knew it was going to be a battle of wills with Joe. However, Joe has started making corporate deals. If anything is going to help the Who'd Have Thought It survive through the summer and into the winter, it's going to be the deal making.
I've enjoyed it. It's given me the buzz again for the place, and that's the most important thing. Alex is going to leave here knowing she's going to come back, because this is a bit of her, and she knows it.
Over 7 years ago, I came to the rescue of the Who'd Have Thought It in Kent.
Ladies, shall we crack a glass?
It was one project I couldn't put out of my mind, and 2 years later, Joe asked me to return.
We've got snakeskin, we've got tiger, we've got leopard, we've got zebra, we've got the lot here. It's like Kruger National Park. Tiger.
He had refurbed some rooms and wanted me to check out the new decor.
Joe!
Alex, how are you?
Very good, how are you?
Lovely to see you. It's been a long time.
Over 2 years. How's everything going?
It's been really good. I've been busy while you've been away.
Have you kept erotic art out of the rooms?
I've saved a little bit upstairs for myself, but it's an erotic art-free zone.
Yeah.
The restaurant we've done. Well, would you want to see the restaurant first?
Yeah, let's see the restaurant.
Okay.
The hotel's restaurant used to have a casual, traditional feel. But Mum Joan has designed a walk on the wild side.
Very different.
Totally different, yeah. We've got the animal print that you can obviously see, but a bit little bling as well.
Very subtle. Well, I don't hate it. I much prefer it to how it was before.
Well, that's a bonus.
Joan's jungle treatment in the restaurant was bearable, but Joe's flash of inspiration in the bedrooms was less appreciated.
Good Lord. I thought you said to me that there was no more of this going on.
Well, I didn't want to go down that slippery slope to tell you there was none at all, but
I do like a polystyrene nude lady in my bedroom.
it needs a little bit more.
What, bigger nipples,
Yeah,
you mean?
that's right, yeah. I do like a big nipple.
It's better than I feared, although that isn't saying much.
Oh,
I know,
knock me
but I
down.
didn't want you to get too excited. I was wondering what on earth you'd done here since I last came. But actually, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Cool.
And the story doesn't end there, as almost 5 years later, I'm returning again.
Who thought it can help you?
I can't resist seeing whether Joe's business has since fallen flat or is full of fizz.
Our occupancy level's up to probably 70, 80%, and when you've got high-end rooms as well, that's really good for us. So yeah, we're really happy with that. When Alex came, yeah, it did give us all a bit more of a passion and a bit more of a feel for it, because you do have your highs and your low times. But since then, yeah, we've gone from strength to strength. We didn't particularly go down the corporate road, but it was still good for business, and we're thriving off the end of that.
So with things going so well, it's time for another visit to see what's changed.
I'm slightly disappointed that not more has changed with the signage since my first visit. The purple and the stilettos seemed quite old-fashioned even then. Otherwise, it looks prosperous, it looks well looked after. It always did. You know, I wonder if there's more changes inside.
Am I nervous about seeing Alex? No, I'm not nervous about seeing Alex. I wasn't when I first saw her, so I'm not going to get big match nerves now, am I? Don't like getting down this low generally, but you never know. I think there's 17 rooms since she was here last that we've either updated or brand new. Out of 19, that's not bad, is it?
Joe is quite an interesting character, stubborn as a mule, but then so am I. And we did a bit of push me, pull you last time I was here, and the time before that. He did become a bit less chaotic in his management style. I think he became a bit more formalised, which he really needed to do. You know, it's nice that he's still here after all these years. Joe and I have very different ideas about decorating. To reduce it down to its most basic level, I'm unlikely to like anything Joe's done. I accept that, we've got to. But that said, I hope, you know, I'd like to be able to celebrate the success that he's had, and I'll have to put my prejudices aside and accept that there's not only one type of customer in the world. Hi.
Alex, how are you?
Really
Nice to see
well.
you, all right?
How are you?
Yeah, really well. Long time?
Long time, such a pleasure to be back here.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Cool, well, I've done a lot, so it'd be nice to show you some of the rooms.
Well, you're obviously doing well, because you've more than doubled the rooms.
More than doubled, yeah. Yeah, and big rooms as well.
Ah, OK. All right, I'd love you to... Can we do that first?
Yeah, sure we can, yeah.
All right, let's go. Thank you. So tell me about occupancy.
More always full at weekends, and in the week, winter time, steady.
Yeah.
Probably half, and in summer,
Yeah.
probably getting up to kind of capacity again. So, yeah, really happy with that.
It's wonderful to hear Joe's doing well, but Lord knows what's waiting for me on this tour. Joe is keen to show off his pride and joy, the Krug Suite.
Oh, my God. This is mad and wonderful.
I thought you might be a bit more up your street.
Oh, I love it. How big's the bed?
9 foot, the bed. So you can obviously have a row in that one and still sleep in the same bed.
That's 2 whole double beds side by side.
And how much do you sell it for?
It's $395 Sunday to Thursday and $475 on a Friday or a Saturday.
Huge thing, and these, and the wonderful, look at this bathroom.
Yeah, that did take some time to get that together. And the steam room as well as a double shower, which is popular.
That's more to my taste than the hot tub outside. I like a bit of a steam.
Oh, you got both?
Yeah. Show me more, show me more.
Well, the boy done good. And finally a room he's won me over with. Who wouldn't love a 9-foot bed?
Thank you, sir.
So this was one of the original rooms you saw from when you was first here. We've freshened it up, done a little bit in the bathroom, but
yeah.
I'd say I've not done it on a budget more than I do the others. We're going to put a little conservatory out there.
Hot tub again?
Hot tub again, yeah, you know what I'm like. So.
Your plan is for as many rooms as possible to upgrade to this kind of...
no, they won't all have hot tubs, but to a really kind of high level, yeah.
How does that impact upon the restaurant?
Well, we have great occupancy from the rooms, probably getting close to 90%. So we do really need to extend the restaurant. We did put in plans, but it's got held back for a bit. We've gone up to 2 rosettes now. We've had that for about 4 years. And this year, about 2 months ago, I got 5 stars for my guest accommodation, so...
Congratulations!
Yeah,
I'm really pleased for you.
But I still think where we've spent so much time on the rooms and kind of promoted that, I think people think of us more as a hotel now. Whereas we do a full spectrum of brasserie food up to 2 rosettes. I still feel I'm missing a trick when it comes to getting a bit more of a local clientele coming, 10-mile radius or so.
Funnily enough, I wouldn't be me if I hadn't come with a little something up my sleeve. And speaking of the lack of locals...
You know, I was thinking about how to do something that kind of added value to my visit here. And what was really apparent to me was you're so mad about champagne, about anything bubbly. And you've got all these lovely rooms named after champagne houses, and you don't have anything English.
No, I don't. I still think they're a little bit behind on quality and of the French counterparts. Maybe I'll venture into that soon, just have another try.
Well, sooner than you think, because that's what we're going to do a little bit of blind tasting this afternoon.
OK.
Yeah?
Cool.
I thought, any excuse to lift a glass, eh?
Indeed, yeah.
So, shall we go back to the restaurant?
Yeah, sure.
All right, good, thank you. Very nice job, darling. I'm so glad you're doing so well.
Recently, English wine sales hit £132 million a year, almost treble what they were only 5 years ago. A whopping 2/3 of this liquid gold mine is sparkling wine, and with Kent being one of the largest growing areas, I think Joe might be missing out on adding some local sparkle to his business. Of course, Joe's got to remember this isn't only about his personal taste, but I think more than that, Joe is someone who goes for quality, and he feels the same about his wine list. He's incredibly knowledgeable. He's drunk a lot of wine, let's face it. And I don't think there's no way that I'm going to be able to convince him to put an English wine on his list unless he thinks it deserves a place. And so if it does, I think that winemaking in this country really will have achieved a champion. I'm back at the Who'da Thought It in Kent.
OK, so when are you booked for? Wish I'd had my glasses on, it makes it a lot better.
I've been impressed by Joe's new champagne-themed rooms, but feel he's ignoring the booming Brit Bubbles market.
Yeah, here's also a new one if you want one.
So I've invited a Kent wine expert to lead us in some blind tasting. Whilst he sets up...
After you. Please do come in.
I've gathered some thirsty locals.
Pleasure, pleasure. Thanks for coming. So, can I introduce you all, and particularly you, Joey, to Gavin Murphy of the Kent Wine Academy. Okay. I'm hoping that today he's going to show us some of the glories of English winemaking. I'm one who needs convincing, but I'm very, very happy to give it a go. I'd really like your opinions. Please don't be shy of speaking up. And I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Gavin. Thank you very much indeed.
Alex. Today we've got 4 products. We got them blind, which means they're in bags. You're not going to be able to see what they are. First one is going to be a champagne. I'll tell you that now. Right, and that is to get the mind into where champagne is. And then you're going to be asked to forget about that champagne and then taste the other 3 wines beyond that.
Gavin, where do you think English wines really are at the moment?
It's in a very big, very fast growth period. I think that there's a lot of excitement in the industry, a lot of investment going on right here, in Kent particularly.
Time for our French control taster.
Sorry to disappoint those of you who wanted me to spray it all over the room, but...
Have you ever thought about having an English-themed room?
Not at present, because obviously I'm still got to be convinced with English sparkling. I did it a long while ago, listed it on my wine list, and then 2 or 3 months the stock's not around for another year. So again, that becomes an issue as well.
Does it?
For me, it does, yeah.
I think it's quite nice to do small batches of things. Any comments, anybody?
It's very light and very drinkable. Very fresh. Yeah. Very Moorish.
Good. So I think onwards, Gavin. Let's dip our toe in the English. Shall we?
Onwards and hopefully upwards.
Thank you, darling. Yes, please. Whilst only bubbles produced using a specific method and from the French region of Champagne can be called as such, the vineyards surrounding this hotel share the same qualities.
The next 3 bottles of wine that we're going to be tasting are all produced within 20 miles from here. Wine number 2.
No, it's not the same aroma as last time.
You know, there's no structure to that makes it last.
Not the best start, but still 2 to go.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, it's popping on my nose.
Yeah, I must say, I prefer 3 to 2. Well, we're heading in the right direction to convince Joe. But this is not just about quaffing fizz. It's also about trying to get our tasters to re-engage with their local. You used to come here, didn't you? Yes. How long ago?
25 years ago.
I wasn't even born then.
Darling, why did you stop coming?
When we tend to go out, we tend to go for more pubby type lunches, in all honesty, in the week. Perhaps we'll put it on our lunch list.
Well, do you consider this not to be a pub at all?
Not really, no.
Not really.
Well, people, you tend to think of it more of an occasion place and a hotel. Yes.
Possibly something to do with the champagne and oysters
Yes.
tag
Yes.
at the drive.
Absolutely.
Just saying. You've come here for lunch recently.
We came at lunchtime, and I think we only had a snack, but it was very nice.
And will you come again?
Oh, yes, yes, I think we'll come past. It's such a lovely environment. It's beautiful countryside. So it's a really nice trip out.
If Joe stopped the Kent Fizz, it might help him to tap into that local trade, but it hangs in the balance with this final bottle of Brit Bubbles.
I think it's great. I think it's, I think
Definitely drink a glass of that.
this is a very pleasant drink.
I mean, I wouldn't kick this out of bed.
There we go. Good.
I might even have a drop more. But there's one important person that is yet to be convinced.
Our champagne enthusiast, what do you think of this one?
No, I just think that's really nicely rounded. Really like it. It's probably my favourite of the 4.
I must say, I'd rather have a glass of this than a glass of the first one. So that's a strong.
Yeah.
You know, that already.
Yeah, no, that's definitely...
Very, very clean and very fresh.
Success at last, and I'm glad a local vintage came out on top. But I want to make sure that I leave Joe with some ideas that improve his business further. Guys, I'm gonna drag Joe off for a moment. I need to have a quick chat with him, but we'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere. Come on.
Can't wait.
Joe's room occupancy might be booming, but his restaurant trade is overwhelmingly driven by hotel guests. By engaging with the community and supporting local vineyards, I hope it might give the Who'da Thought It that extra sparkle. Come on, darling. I think, you know, you do have to keep on making the effort of thinking how to attract the locals. I think the signage is the first thing.
And then the second thing is, I don't know, do you do a local society just to encourage people to come through again?
We advertised in a local magazine that went around all little villages in the area, and that was quite successful. I don't know if probably it's something we have to do for a longer period of time to get that consistency of people coming.
Well, that's why I wonder if you do it as an invitation, so you can introduce a friend or whatever, and that you know that on a Wednesday, wet Wednesday in November, you're unlikely to be full at lunchtime.
Yeah, exactly.
And you could do 2 glasses of wine or 3 glasses of wine, or, you know. Let's find out from them. It's just worthwhile asking them what would get them to come in more often, what would appeal to them. Do they want a club? Do they want a loyalty card? Do they want a... You know, what kind of scheme might tempt them in?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We can do that.
But you've got to have at least one English wine on your menu, darling. I mean, just to show loyalty to your, you know, local producers.
Like I say, I have attempted it. I'm going to re-look into it again, especially the last one we tried. Had some backbone to it and a possibility. So, yeah, I mean, they're constantly, you know, improving. So maybe it's something we'll look at again.
OK, fine, fair enough. Are we dry yet? That was really fun. Thank you so much, Gavin. Thank you. Now, guys, I've got one last question for you. We're all conscious of the fact that none of you know... well, even if you know about this place, you haven't really come a lot in the last years. You know, what kind of offer would it take to tempt you back? Can I ask around the table?
I think what I would be interested in is a paired food and wine menu on a regular basis, possibly.
Ma'am, can I ask, are you of the same opinion?
A loyalty card would remind us about the restaurant and what it offers.
OK, thank you.
Do you use emails a lot? Do you pick up...
Yeah, definitely.
Do you pick up a lot from like mouth shots in that respect, or...?
Definitely, I think an email thing would be good for people that live locally to encourage us to come. And we tend to come at lunchtimes and...
Let you know what's going on, yeah.
Exactly.
OK. Thank you all so much for coming. Really appreciate your feedback. Thank you, Gavin.
Appreciate it, thank you.
And we hope we see you here again.
Indeed, thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
It's such a precious exercise to get the opinions of the people that can make or break your business. Whilst Joe has made a huge success of his hotel, adding more day-to-day trade from the local community will no doubt ensure the future is even brighter.
Darling, it's been so nice to see you.
Always. Total pleasure. Lovely to see you again.
And think about the local thing. Maybe you could use Gavin to do a wine tasting evening. And maybe next time I come back, there'll be an English wine on the menu.
Hopefully. Well, don't make it too long then.
All right, darling, thank you. So nice to see you. Bye.
You too. See you then.
Bye. I find Joe amazingly relaxed and happy, if a bit whiter than he was when I saw him all those years ago. But he has got to keep on trying to connect with the locals, and whether it's signage on the roads telling people that he's doing more than bloody champagne and bloody oysters, or by regularly emailing people and telling them about new events and giving them a reason to come back, because every single person who was around that table today was very open to coming back, but they needed to be given a reason to do that, and it's up to Joe to provide it for them.
If it fits in with what we're doing, maybe, and I do a few more rooms, then there's no reason why I can't have an English themed room. I think we need to support, you know, local growers and vineyards, and so yeah, definitely something we're kind of looking to maybe put on a tasting list or something of that nature.
He's made a success of this place, and it wasn't immediately evident to me when I first came here that he was going to manage it. He seemed like such a playboy, but he does also really know his stuff, and he's massively committed to expanding this place and making it the success that it is today. It's been a very happy return for me.